West Plains Zizzers football on Hot Country KDY. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Taylor Grubosh Chevrolet, West Plains Propane, Hawkins Home and Lawn, Chapala Mexican Restaurant, Wilbanks Tire, Captain D's Seafood, Home, Heart of the Ozarks Medical Equipment, by Lynch Equipment, by Ozarks Medical Center, Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, SRS Electric Service, Wiles Abstract and Title, Zizzer Buggy Bath and Coin Laundry, West Plains Lock and Key, Steak and Shake, Newberry Floors and More, Kern Incorporated, by Bureau, J&J Recovery, Brown Furniture and Appliance, Bodies Outdoors, West Plains Bank and Trust Company, Butler Heating and Air, Bailey Chevrolet GMC, Hirsch Feed, Don's Auto Service, Justin Shelby State Farm Insurance, Simmons Bank, Pepsi Mid-America, and by Ozark Hills Insurance.
And now West Plains Zizzers football on the official home of the Zizzers, Hot Country KDY.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. It's time for Week 8 of the 2020 high school football season. I'm Harlan Hutchison. Reed Grigsby is over here to my right. A nice crowd has gathered to watch this contest in the Ozark Conference tonight between the West Plains Zizzers and the Waynesville Tigers. Nate Hudson is our engineer for the broadcast this evening. And a big thanks to all our sponsors who bring you Zizzer football here on the radio, also online at ozarkradionews.com and on Hot Country KDY Facebook. The Zizzers come off that thrashing of Parkview last week, 70-6. The Waynesville Tigers are coming off a 34-20 loss to the Rolla Bulldogs, and they are 2-4 on the football season. The Zizzers trying to run their record to a perfect 8-0, and we have just a wonderful night to play football. And here we are, smack dab in the middle of October, and as play starts this evening, game time temperature is going to be right around 60 degrees. So good to have Reed back.
Man, it's been a long vacation from the radio. Harlan, I'm so glad to be back, and thank you for everybody for keeping me in your thoughts. And I'm ready to watch some football other than on the TV.
It shapes up to, who knows how it shapes up, because Waynesville is one of those kind of chameleon teams. You never know really what you're going to get from year to year. You know you're going to be playing against probably a faster team, and West Plains, speed has been a big factor with them. You know, when you've seen enough games this year, and if somebody asked you, Reed Grigsby, what makes West Plains so good, what would you say, what aspect of their game would you say probably separates them from everybody?
Probably the offensive line.
That's a really good point.
And I would say the offensive line that we have at West Plains, and we've had some great offensive lines, so believe me, I'm not talking down about those offensive lines in the past, but this offensive line we have this year is special, especially when you have somebody like Connor Lair coming out from that H-back position that is able to lead block, and the pulling guards like we have and the tackles that we have. I mean, they are making up some nice lanes for our running backs and also our quarterback who keeps the ball on occasion.
There are so many weapons in this offense for West Plains, but, you know, I'm really glad you said that, because I was talking last week, we were talking, Paul and I were talking about the line play, and the line play has just been getting better and better, and when you've got that great foundation, it is really makes it really tough on other teams, especially with the size that West Plains has. Let's take a short break here. We'll come back in 2 minutes and get close to kickoff time coming up at Zizzer Stadium on KDY.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Ozark Hills Insurance at 257-1285. 4 locations: West Plains, Thayer, Gainesville, Mountain Home.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account detail at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
West Plains Lock and Key is here for you, no matter what life throws at you. Lose your keys or lock your keys in the car? West Plains Lock and Key will come to you and unlock or even cut a new key right there on the spot to keep you going on your way. Do you need to change the locks on your business or home? West Plains Lock and Key is the place to call for that too. If it has a lock, West Plains Lock and Key can help you when you are in need. West Plains Lock and Key, where tradition meets technology. 256-8862.
And there's a flag on the play. Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Medical Center Orthopedics is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at OMC sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletics for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. OMC hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. OMC Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Zizzer athletics.
What's that delicious smell? Ah, Chapala Mexican Restaurant. Authentic Mexican dishes prepared from the freshest ingredients. If you love Mexican food, you'll love Chapala Mexican Restaurant. Make it fun, make it fast, and make it a fiesta of flavor the whole family can enjoy at Chapala Mexican Restaurant, with locations in West Plains and Willow Springs. Dine in or carry out. Taste the fiesta at Chapala Mexican Restaurant.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Captains on the field for the coin toss, Gavin Kawa. For the Waynesville Tigers, senior lineman, and Titus Seeley is on the field as captain for West Plains.
I think Titus Seeley just had a birthday yesterday, maybe 18 years old, so happy birthday, young man. He is so fun to watch, and hopefully we'll have a big game tonight.
So the captains will have the coin flip and find out who's going to get it to start things tonight. West Plains has next week Bolivar here, and that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But first, got to take care of first things first. And Waynesville will be in the white tonight, and they'll have white shirts, black pants, black hats. And the Zizzers have won the toss, and they want the football to start the ball game. And West Plains will have their backs to the south end zone as we get started here this evening. Again, you can view the game if you'd like, simply by going to our Hot Country KDY Facebook page, or go to ozarkradionews.com, and you can follow along there. It's been a very popular thing, Zizzer football, on our social media platforms, and I know the excitement for what this season has turned into just kind of keeps growing, and hopefully we'll be able to carry this through. Right now, Reed, as far as the district is concerned, West Plains is way out in front, and they're vying to get that first round bye.
Yes. But just like we were talking a few moments ago, you have Carl Junction in there, who is way better than what their record shows.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking about the brutal record, the brutal schedule that they've had this year, and have actually played pretty well even in their losses. So the district's going to be interesting.
It really is. We have both teams on the field, and we're just about ready to get this thing a-rolling. The Zizzers will send back deep Garrett Drown. He'll be deep middle, and he'll be flanked on the left by Jesse Hudson. And here is the kick. Deep down the left sideline, takes a bounce, goes out of bounds. And so that'll be illegal procedure. The other deep man on that was Jason Lopez. So we're just about ready to get it. Looks like West Plains will take the football as they move this thing out to the 35-yard line. And it's first down and 10. West Plains offense, unless we've had changes, the front line, that excellent front line, Jalen James, Blake Reed, Magnus Sanders, Cole Easley, and Gabe Dietrich, tight end Kyler Stowers. And the wideout will be Heston Miller, Colt Hickson, Connor Laird, Titus Seeley. The backs, and the quarterback is Kinslow. He'll hand running left, and here goes Seeley, 45-yard line. He's at the 40 on the other side of the 50, and he's driven out of bounds, and right off the bat, a big run of 25, make it 24 yards for Titus Seeley. First down, West Plains.
And that first and 10 is brought to you by Steak and Shake. Drive through for fresh-made steak burgers and shakes.
That's good enough for a Zizzer.
So first down and 10 for West Plains right out of the gate. There wasn't much to that play. They just took it around the left end and obviously blocked it very well. All right, they'll run this play with Seeley to the right of Kinslow. They'll hand it, same play, running left, two people pulling. Here he goes again. 30, 25, down to 20, maybe the 18-yard line before the tackle is made downfield. And the tackle made for Waynesville by John Ely Jr., and that is another first down.
And that first and 10 is brought to you by Current Incorporated. For real fast service right to your door, call 257-0504. Sounds like a good jingle.
It really does.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that. First down for West Plains. Two plays. The drive started at their own 35. They have it at the 22 now of Waynesville. Quarterback draw straight up the middle, and there's Kinslow spinning inside the 20, down to the 18. That'll be a gain of a little over 4 yards and bring up second down.
Those last two runs by Seeley, both of them were sprung by big number 77, Blake Reed, and he is so fun to watch. He has really had a great season this year, Harlan.
Tell us you're watching if you're on Facebook tonight. We'll say hi to you. Lexi Lancaster is watching. Now here is the play blown dead. They were going to give the ball to Heston Miller around the left end, but play blown down. Illegal procedure, West Plains, so that'll back it up and to bring up second down in about 11. One thing you can say about last week is that the penalty problem was non-existent, and that was really, really good to see.
Yeah, and kudos for the team for doing that, because it really takes a team effort to say, hey, guys, we don't need any more yellow hankies. That's going to hurt us at some point in the season.
Man in motion on second and 11 is Miller, and now Kinslow will look to the sideline and get a play from the side, and the head coach over there, Matt Perkins. So they'll change it up. Seeley now left of the quarterback out of the gun. That looked like a broken play, but there goes the quarterback Kinslow right up the middle. He offered that ball to Seeley, but he was already gone. Ball went up, the carry up to near the 15-yard line.
Looked like an option play. He had the choice of handing it off to Seeley or keeping it himself. He obviously saw a little hole and made nice yardage.
16-yard line now. It's third down at about 4. Quick pass out to the right. Inside screen. Heston Miller gets it down near the 10. That'll be easily enough for the first down and a gain of 6 on the play. And now West Plains, it's a matter of where they mark that. It looks like it's going to be at the 11, so that's good. That could give West Plains a chance to get another first down.
That first and 10 is brought to you by SRS Electric Service. Rely on them for any electrical needs, commercial or residential.
So Heston Miller moves it to a first down, and now the Zizzers are looking at first and 10 with 10:38 to play in the first quarter. And now Lair will move over on the right wing. He'll go in motion to the left. Here's another quarterback keeper. That won't go for much. Maybe to the 10-yard line before the tackle is made. There wasn't really much deception involved in that play. And the tackle made by Marion That will require glasses. We have the smallest print on this program tonight. Marion Fiame with the tackle for Waynesville. 2nd and 9. Wide man out to the left. Man in the slot. They'll hand it second man. Here's Seeley. Turns it up. 5-yard line. 2-yard line. Dives to the goal line. Touchdown. West Plains at 9:39 of the first quarter. And thus it starts as the Zizzers get their first 6 about 2.5 minutes in.
You know, the Zizzer offense is so dynamic. We showed them about 3 different looks on the way down the field. Ran some different looks out of different, actually the same plays out of different looks. And there was some confusion on the Waynesville defensive sideline that time.
And here comes Nate Thomas. He was 10 for 10 last week. Here's the kick. It's up. It's high. It looks pretty good from here. He is on a roll.
Not only 10 for 10, but that makes 31 in a row extra points.
Wow.
31 in a row. So the last one that he did not make was a blocked kick against Rolla.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So, timeout on the field. 9:39 to go in the first. Zizzers 7, Tigers nothing. Back in a minute on KDY.
Hawkins Home and Lawn.
Hi, this is Anna. Fall is a great time of year at Hawkins Home and Lawn. Stop in and check out our large inventory of Ashley sofas, love seats, recliners, sectionals, sleeper sofas, and more. There is also a great selection of styles to choose from. Stop in today at our West Plains and Mountain Grove stores or shop online at HawkinsHomeandLawn.com.
Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
Shop and save the fall preview sale at Money's Outdoors, an annual sale where you'll find the newest Columbia, Hook, Life is Good, and Under Armour fall sportswear and save 20%. Layer up with Under Armour and Columbia base layer and save 20%. Stay dry and save 20% on rainwear. Save 20 to 40% on all camo. Find new boots and shoes by Lacrosse, Muck, and Columbia, as well as the latest in hunting accessories. Hurry in to take advantage of this fall preview sale now at Monty's Outdoors in West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Back with Reed Grigsby, 7-0 West Plains. And Reed just, on the ensuing kickoff, Waynesville took a short kick, took it to the 38. Reed, repeat what you just told me about Nate Thomas and his extra point work.
So Nate Thomas has made 31 extra points in a row dating back to the Rolla game. The last one that he missed was actually a blocked kick against Rolla. Ever since then, he's been perfect on extra point attempts.
You've seen The Princess Bride?
I have.
That's inconceivable.
That is inconceivable. I don't think that means what you think it means.
I don't either. First down from the 38-yard line, their own. Waynesville will line up with a full house backfield. And as we mentioned earlier, they are without their starting quarterback in this game. And there's a busted play right off the bat. He'll run around the left side. He's spun down for a loss on the play. You can run, but you cannot hide. West Plains defense, sideline to sideline, is really good.
Yeah, and you were asking about, what's the key to the success for the West Plains Zizzers this year, and I said the offensive line very quickly. Very, very close second, and maybe even a hair away is the defense.
L.J. Bean on the carry that time. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Bean will hand to the running back going left. He finds a little running room up the sideline, and he goes out of bounds, and that should be if he did. He stayed in bounds and got past the yard marker up at the 49-yard line. So that's a gain of 13 yards and a first down for Waynesville.
That first and 10 is brought to you by J&J Recovery. Towing services 24/7, no job too big or too small.
A.J. Martin on the carry that time for the Tigers. Spread set. They'll run Martin again to the left. And he'll get tripped up, and he'll get it to the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of close to 6 on the play. Waynesville's been able to score points this year.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing about Waynesville is you can't take them lightly because they are always physical. They are always fast. And so if you make too many mistakes and let them stay in the game, they can be a problem.
They have scored some points. They have given up a lot more, though. Quarterback Bean will keep, and he'll get drilled. I mean, he wanted to throw a little out pass, and now a flag is down on the play on the far sideline. Tristan Clark was in there to make the play. Boy, did he play good last week at Parkview. but a flag on the play. They point. They're pointing the wrong way. Dead ball, personal foul, and that's going to be against West Plains. I find it hard to believe that it was on the tackle, but it's going to be a big penalty against the Zizzers. We didn't have a personal foul all last week, but here we get one in the first quarter. That'll take it all the way down to the 32-yard line.
And that wasn't a terrible penalty. I mean, it was a personal foul. It looked like a late hit to me. We came in just a little bit late into the pile on that tackle, and I'm sure that's what the flag's about. We can clean that up.
Spread set, Bean the quarterback with a single running back from the 32-yard line of West Plains. He's going to go back and throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, tosses it to the side, and that won't go anywhere. Gain maybe of a yard on the play, and there's Titus Seeley over there on the stop that time for West Plains, and he had a little bit of help from Austin Davis. Austin Davis and Tristan Clark last week. We were calling their names all the time on defense.
It looked like Sebastian Rogers also was in the backfield wreaking havoc, which he is prone to do, so that was definitely a team effort.
Spread set. They'll send 3 out to the right, 1 left. Back to throw, pump fake, and the fumble on the play, ball on the deck. Let's see who got on top of it. It looks like Waynesville recovered the football. One of their linemen were able to get down on the ball before West Plains could get there. That's Antonio Pearson, a 235-pound offensive lineman who saved the bacon for the Tigers that time. Now it's 3rd down and 13 to go.
Seeley came through that time unblocked on a blitz and made a nice play on the quarterback. Waynesville's very lucky to recover that ball.
Spread set, 3rd down, 13 from the 33. Back to throw it. Bean looks, he throws it deep down the middle, incomplete. His receiver fell down at the 10-yard line, and that ball was well overthrown. I don't know, had he been able to keep his feet, whether he could have caught that, but it'll be 4th down and long for the Tigers. Looking at 4th and about 13 from their own, or from the West Plains 33.
Yeah, in this part of the field, this field position, they're more than likely going to go for it. We'll see what happens here, but it's a good time for the Zizzer defense to stiffen up.
Well, you may take a shot here if they intercept. It works like a punt. You never know what's going to happen, and we saw that at the end of the Zizzer soccer game the other night.
That is correct.
That was crazy. Back to throw on 4th and 13. Bean's going to heave it down the left sideline. Has a man there. It's covered and knocked to the turf. And good defense that time in the secondary for West Plains.
And very smart play. I can't see the numbers from here, Harlan. You've got the binoculars.
Dagan Kinslow.
Is that Dagan? Very smart play knocking that ball down on a 4th down. That's what you have to train your defensive backs to do. Knock the ball down because you're going to take possession of the ball. Oh, wow.
They call that pass interference.
Wow.
Well, if it was, I'm pretty confident in saying that it was not Dagan Kinslow because he was playing the football, and I didn't see any contact at all between him and the receiver.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
1st and 10, Waynesville.
Stack set in the backfield. So that leaves 2 receivers, 1 on each side. 1st down from the 20-yard line of West Plains. Direct snap to the tailback, and he won't get much on the play as they took it straight up the middle that time. Sebastian Rogers is usually right around that area, and that's a tough place to move the football.
It really is. He's a pretty good load to move around. He's not necessarily all that big, although he's a big kid, but, man, he plays so well, gets low to the ground, and he can make a pile.
Tell you what, he and Austin, that's a pretty good pair at tackle. On 2nd down and about 8, they'll run to the right, try to get to the corner, and the tackle from behind. Good pursuit from the backside that time for West Plains. Making the tackle was Lopez, so it'll bring up now 3rd down and about 5.
Got great pursuit that time, and Lopez is one of the best in the business this year as far as moving sideline to sideline and making sure that nobody squirts out and is able to make huge gains.
Now it'll be 3rd down and about 5 with the ball at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Throws it out, pattern to the right. Good move, but it won't quite be enough for the first down as the receiver is going to be stopped about 2 yards short. Eric Richardson, the receiver that time for the Tigers, and that'll bring up fourth down. Well, that's going to be well short of the first down, just depending on where they mark it. I thought it was going to be a little closer to the 10, which would have made it a short yardage situation, but they didn't get much of a mark there.
No, they really didn't.
At the 13, it's fourth down and about 4 now. High snap, direct snap. They'll run it to the left, and that will not work. Tackle at the line of scrimmage, and coming up to make the play was Chance Eldrenhoff. Now another flag on the play.
I think that's going to be holding on Waynesville. Yep.
It is, and that'll be declined. West Plains will take the football. You just cannot. Well, maybe someone can. But what we've seen so far this year, you cannot run sideways against West Plains.
We've talked about that all season, talking about the pursuit West Plains has from sideline to sideline and able to break down and make sure that nobody – they're the best.
All right, first down for West Plains. And the ball, this drive will start at the 14. The first drive began at the 35 and went 65 yards in pretty short order. Here's a snap. Kinslow's back. He's looking to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket. Gets it out here to the flat. That's Seeley. Bounces off the tackle up the sideline, out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. That'll be close to it. It'll be a little short of a first down, around the 23-yard line.
And that looked like a pretty ugly play, Harlan, and we're very lucky to be able to get out of that situation. Kinslow had all kinds of pressure all around him, was able to squirt it out to Seeley, and Seeley made a nice catch.
And now quick snap, and here comes the ball right up the middle that time. West Plains playing that fast tempo. Titus Seeley with another run. That will move the chains and a first down.
That 1st and 10 is brought to you by Hirsch Feed. They are more than a farm store. If you don't believe me, go see them. They have everything in there. I mean, literally, you could live in there.
You hear people say, well, they got everything. They literally do have everything. Line of scrimmage, the 26 of West Plains. No running back with Kinslow. He's going to go back and throw. He looks. He pops it over the middle. Caught at the 45. Ball fumbled in midair, and it's going to be picked up, and that'll be a turnover picked up by the Tigers. At the 40-yard line, tackle made at the 47. And so after a pass, catch, and run down around the 45 of Waynesville, that ball squirted out, and that'll be a West Plains turnover. Waynesville will get it with 3:47 to go in the first quarter.
And that was one of those fluke deals right there. It was a beautiful pass, and it was a beautiful catch, and looks like the Waynesville player might have got a hand in there and juggled the ball loose. And that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers, and that is brought to you by Lynch Equipment. For most people, it's where the search for the perfect tractor ends.
I think Matt Perkins was debating with the side judge either about, probably about whether he was down when the ball came out, but from the 46 of Waynesville, the Tigers have it again. They're going to throw it again. Bean looks. He's going to heave it down, way down the field, left side, incomplete. And 2 receivers were behind the defense that time, but they were very close together, so that didn't look quite right. But Waynesville showed they can get down the field, and you've got to respect their speed.
Yeah, you have to respect the speed. The quarterback, which I believe is their backup quarterback,
it is.
Looks like he has a pretty decent arm. So that's something that the West Plains secondary is going to have to keep an eye on.
L.J. Bean, he's one letter away from being a big deal in the retail business.
Yes, the lifetime warranty.
2nd down and 10. He'll hand it off right through the middle. First down, big game, 40, 35-yard line. He may go 20, 15-yard line. 10, touchdown, Waynesville. From 54 yards out. And an explosion that time by Eric Richardson. And that makes it a 7-6 ball game. And right there you have that speed that we were
That's the speed we were talking about, and we were also talking before the game. You just can't make mistakes against a team like this, and if you let them, hang into the game, they can hurt you, and that is proof in the pudding right there.
So that happened fast in every way. Now the extra point try. The snap good, hold good, kick is up, and that's no good. Somebody may have even got a hand on that.
Right.
Not sure, but it will go for naught. West Plains will hold on to a 1-point lead. 3:32 to go in the first quarter. It's Zizzers 7, Tigers 6. I'm back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Pepsi Mid-America presents a tasty and downright lucrative opportunity. By simply enjoying select Pepsi Mid-America products, you could win up to $5,000 for your local participating schools. Beginning September 1st through January 31st, start collecting those teal caps from any Dr. Pepper, Crush, 7-Up, or Crisp and Clear products and help make your school shine bright with the illustrious gleam of cash money. Collect the caps from Pepsi Mid-America.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby, it's a 7-6 game, and we haven't seen a lot of guys show that flat-out speed that we just saw Richardson on that 54-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of you, Harlan. And I've seen you move.
It would depend on who was chasing me. I can tell you that. Here we go, and it'll be the Tigers kicking the ball away. Their kicker is Chase Evans. He's a junior, and we're ready to go. Here we go. Here's the kick. High kick. Comes down at the 15 on the run, and we'll circle around the left. And a broken tackle and up to the 39-yard line, 38-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10. Nice return that time by West Plains, and on the return, it was Garrett Drown.
That first 10 is brought to you by Monty's Outdoors. Get your official Zizzer apparel at Monty's Outdoors. Also, hunting, fishing apparel. I mean, it's that time of year. The place to be.
All right, West Plains had a big play, but coughed up the ball in the last possession, and that turnover led directly to a touchdown. So now, let's see what the Zizzers do. They'll run left with Seeley. He'll turn it up. Two guys miss. He's up to the 50 and to the 47-yard line. That's a first down after a gain on the play of 15 yards for the Zizzers.
That first and 10 is brought to you by Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. It's where to go to buy a car on Port Wagner Boulevard. Go see our friend Paul. He's the man over there, and he is probably listening at home or watching at home right now. Hello, Paul.
Put Paul to work. Seeley, that was a great example of something we were talking about during the football game last week. First down and 10 for West Plains, 47 of Waynesville. Double reverse in the backfield. Here comes Connor Lair rumbling down the left sideline. He may go. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for West Plains from 47 yards out. A little trickery there, and Connor Lair blew down the sideline.
You know, we ran that play a few times this year, and it is so very hard to defend because you can't see that inside handoff coming back on reverse. You know, the old school reverse, it takes a whole lot of time to develop. That play does not.
And it doesn't take him long to get to the end zone either.
And when he has a full head of steam, I wouldn't want to tackle him anyway.
Give him a 20-yard run and say, Olay. Here is an extra point try. And the kick by Nate. It's up. It looks very good. And 32. It is. 32 in a row. 3:07 to go in the first quarter. West Plains leading Waynesville 14-6. We're back in a minute on KDY.
When you think anything for the office, think Bureau. From furnishings for the whole office, janitorial supplies, pens, paper, supplies, and more, think Bureau. See Reed and the crew for anything you need for the office, and they will deliver as well. Bureau is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, just off the square on West Plains, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at thinkbureau.com. That's thinkbureau, BURO.com.
You may not need an electrician every day, but when you do, choose SRS Electric in West Plains. Sean and his crew at SRS Electric will get the job done. They're dependable, reliable, and honest. Whether you need a new house wired, you need new light fixtures installed, or just simple repairs, remember SRS Electric. Find out why people recommend SRS Electric in West Plains. Find them on Facebook or call 274-0787.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
62-yard drive for the Zizzers, make it 14-6, and here comes the return, and they nearly broke it up the middle, and the tackle is made again right at the 50-yard line, so it's first down and 10, and that read was pretty close to going much further. A.J. Martin on the return for Waynesville.
That first and 10 is brought to you by Wilbanks Tire. Once you're a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you will always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire.
Well, if Waynesville didn't have their attention already after that long touchdown run just a little while ago by Richardson, they probably do now. First and 10, and they're playing on a 50-yard field to start this drive. Bean will line up alone in the backfield. Man in motion is Richardson. And now they will hand to him and on delay, and he'll get it up to the 47-yard line, and it'll be second down and about 7. I think I was about to say the 53-yard line.
So it looks like West Plains is doing a good job holding their ground on the defensive line right now. There's not a big push out of the Waynesville offensive line, and that's going to make it hard for Waynesville to run it up the middle. Even though they might find a seam like they did, we will figure out a way to plug those seams.
No tight end. Man in motion from the right wing. And now here's the snap. And they will run it around the left side. And there's some room. Then a dive for the first down near the 40. That's going to be just short. Ball carrier that time for the Tigers, Xavier MacArthur. And that is very close, just shy of a first down. So third down and a full yard for the first down. Let's see how West Plains lines up here. Let's see if the linebackers come and fill the hole here quick. Got to be kind of careful about that, though. Long snap count. They're going to go direct snap, it looks like, to Richardson, number 30, the running back. He takes it and will hand off, and it'll be a first down. They'll get across the 40 to about the 38-yard line, and they hand it off in the backfield of the direct snap, but it was Mason Wright, the ball carriers. He took the handoff. First down, Waynesville, with 1:29 to go in the first.
That first and 10 is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air, building lasting relationships one customer at a time.
I think Waynesville's done a decent job here in the first quarter, kind of picking their spots and guessing right. Let's see what happens here on first down and 10 from the 38 of West Plains. They'll hand it off. Here's Richardson, tries to bounce it wide. Gets to the corner and is driven down after a short gain on the play. A couple yards, maybe 3. And that time the tackle made by Heston Miller.
Good play that time by Waynesville. They were trying to spread it out a little bit and get out to the sideline and use their speed. But then, man, they gained more than we thought. That was a first down.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Poor job on my part. So it is a first down with 1:05 to go. They get the ball down to the 26-yard line. So it's first and 10 again for the Waynesville Tigers. Man in motion left. Now Martin will go right and line up on the right wing. Flare pass to the right sideline. That's not going to go anywhere. And the tackle made as the ball carrier driven back. And a good job defensively again that time for West Plains. Chance Eldringhoff with another good play, good tackle, and a loss on the play of about 3.
Look, Eldringhoff and Lopez were both in there, but those two have always they've had a solid season thus far, playing those defensive back positions, and I don't expect any less coming up and making a nice play like that.
Maybe the last play of the first quarter. Being the quarterback, back to throw it. He's looking right, tosses down the field, high and caught for a touchdown. Again, it's going to be Eric Richardson.
That one's going to come back, Arlen. There was a massive hold. Looked like Sebastian Rogers was all but tackled in the backfield. So that one's going to come back with a 10-yard penalty.
But, well, that wipes out a 30-yard touchdown pass. But we've seen about 4 plays where Waynesville has beaten the Zizzer secondary.
Yeah, oh yeah. and they're using their speed to get downfield and just throwing it up and hoping somebody's there. And that's not a bad strategy against somebody like West Plains. So they definitely are thinking correctly. We're going to have to clean it up in the defensive secondary.
Of course, the quarterback can't throw it if he's on his back. So let's see if we can apply some of that here. It's second down and very long. They're going to run Richardson wide left, and that does not work. That's a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And Lopez was there, as was, I think it was Jesse Hudson.
Yeah, Jesse Hudson's playing a really good. Had a really great season on that right side of the defense.
All right, 1 quarter in. West Plains leading Waynesville 14-6. We're back in a minute on KDY.
Cooking meals, cleaning up the house, being the family taxi driver, grocery shopping, helping the kids with homework, and this has just scratched the surface of things you do every day. It's time to get some help. Let someone else do the laundry. Zizzer Buggy Bath and Coin Laundry has drop-off laundry service. They will wash, dry, fold, even press the clothes if you would like. Everything but put them away. See Zizzer Buggy Bath and Coin Laundry in West Plains today, because you deserve some help.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote Tractor dealer for details.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Greg Smith, Faye Smith, Jack Sanders all watching on the live stream tonight. We're glad to have them and you as well as we move into the second quarter. It's a 14-6 ball game, and the Waynesville Tigers are facing a dilemma. 3rd down and 27. Spread set, they have it at the West Plains 46. They've got to get it down to around the 17-yard line. Back to throw. Pressure from the outside. Throw to the sideline is dropped, incomplete. And that time it was, again, Jason Lopez on the coverage as they tried to get Eric Richardson, the big play kid, out there one-on-one, but the pass was too wide. Now it'll be a punt.
Yeah, and I don't blame him for trying to get him the ball because he's been quite good, has been fairly elusive, and definitely has the speed. Good coverage that time to the West Plains Zizzers. Good pressure on the quarterback. And thankfully, we're going to get the ball back here, barring any mistakes.
My friend Marvelous Marv Luton, who does the radio for Waynesville, was telling me there's some real speed on this football team. Well, we've seen that already. Here's the snap on the punt, quick rush, and the ball's away. A very good kick. It'll bounce, get in the end zone ball, 3-yard line, over the goal line, and that'll be a touchback. And a punt of 46 yards, net gain on the play of 26. West Plains will take it at the 20-yard line. We were talking at the end of the game last week. We were talking about Titus Seeley and Connor Lair and talking about the great attributes they have. But, you know, the one thing that really has impressed me about both of these kids is they have fantastic balance.
Yes.
And you don't knock them off their feet easily, and usually not the first person. It's a team effort to try and tackle both those kids. They've got such a good center of gravity that they are a load to bring down.
They have good feet, they have good hands, they have good body control and foot control, and sometimes that is just natural. You can't teach that.
Motion man, they'll fake it. Kinslow, quarterback draw, and he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And the Tigers stopped that after a short gain. The tackle made by Joey Linkhouse, and it'll be 2nd down for West Plains from their own 20.
They've obviously practiced that, and they've noticed that Kinslow has burned lots of teams running right up the middle.
Running play left, and that is Seeley. He navigates through, and he's going to get up to the 29-yard line. Nice blocking downfield that time. West Plains offensive line doing a solid job there, and now it'll be 3rd down and a yard.
Like Gabe Dietrich, the big 6'5", 255 junior, was out there lead blocking on that. Good job by Gabe.
We've got some big kids on the offensive line, but when they stand next to Jalen James, They don't look that big. Here's a double reverse play. Try to get it wide to the right. Connor Lair hesitates, spin away, 30-yard line, 35, 37, and he'll be driven out of bounds there, and that'll be a first down on a gain of 8 for West Plains.
And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by West Plains Lock and Key, where tradition meets technology.
People came prepared tonight for the weather to cool down, and that was probably a good idea. It's a quarterback draw running left on first down, and Kinslow will slip and get to the 41. 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 for West Plains with 10:37 to go in the first half.
Looks like there's a flag in the backfield, Harlan, which generally means holding. But we'll see here.
So the officials will meet on the far sideline from us. If you're watching the stream, it's on the near. But we'll determine what the problem is. It will be as that flag rests at the 34-yard line of West Plains.
And,
how complicated can this be?
Having a little conference here.
Gee.
Everybody else is just hanging out.
Next week, Bolivar will be here. You know, when the season started, I think a lot of people, especially with the way the season ended last year, looked at that at the end of the schedule thinking, well, that'll be a dandy. And it still figures to be a very good football game. Oh, it's defensive holding.
Defensive holding on Waynesville, so that's a pretty big penalty, and that should be enough for but they're marching West Plains back. Oh, no, not. Okay, it was a dead ball foul from the line of scrimmage.
Huh. You don't see that very often.
No, you really don't. So it's a 5-yard penalty, which basically gets us back up to where we were.
So you pick up a yard, you save the down, and it'll be 1st down and 5.
Perfect.
1st and 5 from the 42. And so the Zizzers come up. Over center, Magnus Sanders. Lair in the backfield with Seeley. Here's the snap. They'll hand off to Lair. And did he lose? He lost the football. There's a fumble on the play. Waynesville has it at the 46-yard line. So the Tigers come up with the 2nd turnover from West Plains, and it was Marion Flame with the recovery. And here's Waynesville again on a 45-yard field with 10:19 to go in the first half.
Sometimes you get that when you're in traffic and you're trying to fight for extra yardage, and you end up coughing up the ball because there's a lot of hands and helmets and what have you coming after you. Sometimes you have to understand, and he's a young man, that it's first down. Sometimes you just need to go down.
So oftentimes, I think more often you'll see that someone fighting for extra yards, and that's when it happens. But
correct.
From the 45 of West Plains, Waynesville will run left. They'll pop it wide with Green. He'll spin toward the middle and get slung down by the shirt sleeve by Connor Lair.
So the good thing is that Connor Lair is now angry, and he plays well angry.
Loss of 2. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
That's
Waynesville.
So awaken the sleeping giant.
2nd down and 12 now. That ball now back at the 47-yard line. Under the 10-minute mark in the first half. Now the spread set. They line up Richardson, the running back, to take a direct snap here. Man in motion, and they'll snap, and he'll take it right up the middle. Bust through the middle. Here he goes again. 35, 30-yard line, 25-yard line. Walks the tightrope down the sideline and out of bounds at the 20. That's going to be a gain of 27 yards and another Waynesville first down.
That 1st and 10 is brought to you by Captain D's Seafood in the Southern Hills Shopping Center. For lunch or dinner, Captain D's is a winner.
So they had motion going on that play. They had no intention of doing anything but having Richardson just take off with it. That was right up the middle, too, so they're clearing people out in the middle of that defense.
They are.
First down for Waynesville. And again, they line up with Richardson to take a direct snap. From the 20, they'll hand off up the middle. And the tackle made at the 18. Lopez on the stop that time. Short gain on the play. And it'll be second down. 2nd and 9.
Like Tristan Clark also got in there, and like you said, he had a great game against Parkview. It really has had a nice season, but he's really come on in the last 3 or 4 games.
It'll be 2nd down and 9. This time Bean is back in the game at quarterback. He'll roll out. He's going to throw the football. He throws it to the right corner. High pass, and it is incomplete. Well, that was close. It got over the defender's head. And a good effort there in the left corner of the end zone. The intended receiver was Xavier MacArthur, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 from the 19 of West Plains.
Good heads-up defensive play that time, I believe. Who was that back there? Is that Lopez or Eldinghoff? Yeah, Eldinghoff was able to turn around right at the last minute and knock that ball away. So good defensive play by Eldinghoff.
This kid's a backup quarterback, but he's thrown some nice balls so far tonight.
He has.
Here we go. It's 3rd down and 9 from the 19 of West Plains. Big play, roll out pass, pressure from behind, and Seeley missed him. The throw is in the air, and it's caught by Richardson. 15, 10-yard line, runs over a defender. He's still on his feet. He's at about the 6, and that's where that play will be blown dead. Boy, Bean just got away from Titus Seeley, and it turns in to a nice play and a 1st down for the Waynesville Tigers, and a gain of about 13, 14 yards on the play.
That 1st and goal is brought to you by Hawkins Lawn and Garden. Best brands, best service since 1967.
One thing I think we can safely say is, and just what we've seen so far, that Waynesville has a really good collection of athletes. Here's a handoff. Richardson again caught around the ankles that time. And that was Garrett Drown, who was on the ground and got him around the shoelaces and brought him down for a loss, maybe on the play, or no gain. 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Waynesville definitely has some outstanding athletes. So it's time for us to stiffen up a little bit and quit making mistakes.
Full house backfield. Long snap count. Ball is at the 6.5-yard line. High snap. They'll hand it off Martin, and he filters through the 5. And he'll get to the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal to go. And again, if Waynesville hadn't had their attention, the West Plains defense attention before now, they do now, because they are knocking on the door. 3rd down and 3. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line for Waynesville, looking to make this a 2-point game. Direct snap on the way. Richardson, they'll snap it to him straight up the middle, and he's going to waltz in for a touchdown. Boy, they have figured something out in the middle of the line of scrimmage, and boy, Richardson has taken big advantage of it. Touchdown, 14-12, 6:56 to go in the first half.
Yeah, it looked impressive doing it too. So they had a short field to go that time, due to a turnover, and they took full advantage of it and got some points on the board.
So now the extra point try, they're going to kick. They're not going to go for the 2. On the north end, here's the snap, the kick. It's a high floater. Looked to me like it went through, but we'll see. Yep, it's good. 6:56 to go in the first half. West Plains 14, Waynesville 13. Back in a minute on KDY.
Sam, what's that big smile all about?
Butler Heating and Air just installed our new GeoComfort geothermal system. And listen to this. Since we bought our GeoComfort geothermal system before the end of 2020, we get a 26% federal tax credit for the total installed cost.
Sounds like the Butlers did it again.
If you want to save big on your next heating system, then you need a GeoComfort geothermal system. Call Butler Heating and Air at 256-7984.
It's a 5-meal shrimp lovers deal at Captain D's Seafood Kitchen. The shrimp boat has arrived, and the shrimp lovers feast is on at Captain D's. Choose from 5 shrimp meals, starting at only $5.99. Popcorn shrimp, butterfly shrimp, grilled shrimp, and more. Like they say, for lunch or dinner, Captain D's is a winner. Shrimp Lovers Feast, now at Captain D's, Southern Hills Shopping Center, West Plains.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Here we go. Waynesville to kick it away from right to left on the radio with 6:56 left in the first half. It's a one-point game, 14-13. And here's the approach and the kick. A high kick will come down at the 9-yard line, and here comes Garrett Drown running to the right, circling right, turns it in, breaks a tackle. He's at the 25-30. He's at the 30. Look, it's still going. 40, 45, at the 50, and he was one tackle away from going all the way. Tackled at the 45-yard line of Waynesville.
No, Garrett Drown's another one of those players that has great feet, great balance. He doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, but he has definitely contributed this year on both on offense and defense. And he is a tough cookie, but great run back that time by Garrett Drown. And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by West Plains Bank, where every customer leaves a friend.
It looked like that he wasn't going to get much past the 20-yard line when that play started. And before you knew it, here we are, 1st and 10 for the 42. But Reed pointed out during the break, we have to stop discharging that weapon into our foot because we've we'll take the handoff. Seeley right up the middle, busts through, bangs in there to about the 35-yard line. That'll be very close and probably will be a first down for West Plains.
Yep, they're calling them down. And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Wiles Abstract and Title. On the square in beautiful downtown West Plains, you have a choice. Choose Wiles.
1st and 10 now from the 35-yard line of Waynesville. Handoff around the right side with a pulling guard. And there's Seeley. He has some more room. And he gets tackled inside the 25 down near the 22-yard line. And he had some beef out in front that time.
Blake Reed is a scary dude coming down the field, looking at you and making those blocks. And Seeley is so good at staying right behind his blocks and then squirting off into the opening. So good run that time by Seeley.
Another first down. It's 1st down and 10 from the 22-yard line. We got a timeout on the field with 6:22 to go in the half. A minute break. Zizzers lead by 1, 14-13 over Waynesville. Back after this on KDY.
Just like the tough Zizzer defense protects the end zone, your roof protects your family and all of your greatest assets. Kevin Tyler, a proud Zizzer with KT Roofing, is here for all your roofing needs, residential or commercial. Flat roofs, shingles, metal roof, and even gutters. And they have the area's longest labor warranty. Give Kevin a call today at 256-3016 for all your roofing needs. Call KT Roofing.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Ozark Hills Insurance at 257-1285. 4 locations: West Plains, Thayer, Gainesville, Mountain Home.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
We come back. Dagan Kinslow breaking tackles, 20-15, down toward the 10-yard line. That'll be another first down on a gain of 13 for West Plains, and the mojo is working again on the offensive side.
And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Newberry Floors and More, high-quality flooring with installers on staff.
First down, let's see. It's a 1st and goal. Here's Seeley. Turns it up. 5-yard line. Touchdown, West Plains with 6:08 to go in the first half. He found the hole and didn't hesitate, and it's 20-13 Zizzers.
One thing about Seeley, and he has always been this way, he's very patient. He came across the line as soon as he saw an opening. He squirted right up into the hole and was able to kick into another gear and right into the end zone untouched.
So now the onus falls on the West Plains defense to put the kibosh on this Waynesville offense. Here's the extra point try. Low snap. Hold. Kick is up. And it is good. With 6:08. Well, that's 3 more tonight. 34, right?
33.
33.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
21-13, Zizzers by 8. Back in a minute on KDY.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet in West Plains.
Go to TaylorGrubauerChevy.com to buy your next vehicle. You can search by vehicle, price, new, or pre-owned. Find new roads at Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet Buick GMC.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubauer Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
Hi, this is Garrett at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply in West Plains. The weather is going to change soon, so get a head start and save on great steel products like the BG56 leaf blower, now only $159.99, or the BGA57 battery-powered set, now $179.99. Upgrade and save $90 on the BGA57 2-battery bundle, now just $249.99. Stop in and save today.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
21-13, Zizzers on another Sealy touchdown. 8-point lead, 6:08 to go in the half. We haven't mentioned the fact that the Missouri Tigers beat LSU last week. Can you believe that?
On a goal line stand of all
4
things.
plays.
Yeah, that never happens to Mizzou. We usually give up 5 plays down there.
You remember Colorado. Here's a short pooch kick. It'll be covered. And the tackle finally made in a very violent manner back at the 40-yard line. And that was, I believe, Tristan Clark made the tackle on the play. Good play.
Yeah, good play. That kid caught that ball, and it was kind of on the bounce. And I guarantee he was thinking, what do I do with this? Because he got hit 2 or 3 times and eventually got smoked by Clark.
So first down and 10 for Waynesville. Well, you know, football, all sports really are games of adjustment. And West Plains is they're going to have to adjust somehow defensively in the interior because they're just getting killed right up the middle.
I agree.
Quarterback Bean is in the game. And now he will hand off to Richardson running right. And he'll be hit and tackled at the 45-yard line. And Sebastian helps him up off the turf. Gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things we need to clean it up at this game as well because going against Bolivar, they have a beast of a running back that we're going to have to contain the whole game. And Bolivar is not the same team without that kid, and they have him back now, and they're going to be tough to beat.
Here's the snap. They'll toss it on an end around running left. Missed tackle, but West Plains hems it in, and there's the tackle in the backfield. Back at the 41-yard line. That'll be a loss. Looks like of about 4 yards. And there to make the play for West Plains was, again, Chance Eldrenhoff, calling his name a lot tonight.
Calling his name a lot tonight. Had a pick 6 a couple weeks ago. He's really had a nice season, and he comes in from that defensive back position and makes a nice play there.
And now, this is what West Plains wants. Third down and long. Bean still in the game. He'll drop back. He's looking downfield. Post pattern way overthrown. And they were trying to run like a little seam fly pattern that time, but the ball was too far. And again, credit to Bean for showing off a pretty good arm.
No doubt. He got the ball down there and unfortunately overshot the wide receiver by about 5 yards, but not a bad-looking ball. And I promise you they're going to come back to that play.
I'm going to have to call my friend Marv Luton up at Waynesville Monday and say, you were sandbagging me, buddy, about this backup quarterback deal. You didn't tell me that he could throw the football, because he can throw the football. It's fourth down and about 13. Punter will stand at his 29, gets rid of it. A very high kick. Run away, run away. And it'll roll inside the 15 and be downed about the 12-yard line. So 4:35 to go here in the half.
That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Zizzers, and that is brought to you by Stuart Morrison Ready Mix in West Plains for concrete results every time.
So the ball will be marked at the 12. And West Plains will come out with still a lot of time to go in the half.
A lot of time to go in the half, but this drive is very important. It'd be nice to put some points on the board before we go into halftime because Waynesville will get the ball back first, and so we definitely want to be up by 2 scores at that point.
First down and 10 from the 11. Hard snap count, and they'll run the ball around the left side. Try to get to the corner, and they get to the edge. They'll turn it up. Good gain on the play for Connor Lair, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
And he is a steam locomotive when he gets the ball and was able to get nice yardage that time. But great blocks around the perimeter that time. I couldn't see who it was, but great perimeter block by the wide receiver out there in order to spring Connor Lair for a good gain.
First down and 10 to go from the 29-yard line. Connor Lair with the run. Good blocking around that left end. Now man in motion. Will fake it. Back to throw it. Kinslow down the middle. Got a man, but it's just about 2 yards too far. They tried to get the ball downfield that time, and Heston Miller was the intended receiver. He had his man beat, but the ball just a little too long.
Maybe 2 yards too long. Heston Miller definitely had the speed, and he was out in front, just a little bit out of his reach.
So we'll bring up second down and 10. That's a good play. You don't see teams do that a lot, run play action on first down because, well, most teams just want to run the football, but that was a good call.
But it allows you, when you have a quarterback that can run like Kinslow, it allows you to do play action on first down.
Here's a snap. Here's Titus Seeley as he weaves his way through the left side of the line and is tackled at the 35-yard line. Waynesville Tigers on the stop that time was Davin Vernon, and it'll bring up now third down and about 4. Here's the snap. Seeley, right side. Boy, they just caved in the right side of the line. He turns it up at the 45-50. Tackle across the 50, down to the 47-yard line. And that will be a gain of 17 and a first down.
That first and 10 is brought to you by our new sponsor, Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment, family owned and operated for 39 years. Thank you for your sponsorship, Edgeler and Harper.
The right side of the West Plains line over there, they just destroyed that side of the defense. There was no one close to the line of scrimmage. And now play action pass. Pop it deep down the right side. Miller catches. That's a first down as he rolls out of bounds on the catch, walking the tightrope at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 27 and a first down for West Plains.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Good job by all. And that first down is brought to you by West Plains Propane. And West Plains, Gainesville, with propane, diesel, and gasoline for 60 years.
Now West Plains picking up the pace. That was a really good catch by Heston Miller. Out the spread set from the 20 of Waynesville. Long snap count, man in motion. They'll send Seeley out to the right. Quarterback draw right up the middle, and Kinslow will be tackled after a gain of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up second down and long.
We haven't had just a lot of luck with that quarterback sneak, quarterback draw during this game, but it's definitely been there all season. That play is usually setting us up for something else, so we'll see what happens here.
It's almost to the point where it would seem that they are keen on him. Here's a quick pass out to the right flat. Caught by Seeley, made a guy miss, got inside the 20, down around the 17-yard line. That's still well short of the first down. It'll be third down, and it looks like third down about 7. If you're going to cheat on the defensive side of the ball, you got to make a choice. And it seems like that's kind of the direction they're going. Now, third down and 7. And Kinslow will keep it again. And he'll duck inside the 15 before he's driven back after a gain of about 3 on the play.
They're definitely keying on Kinslow, which is fine. The good thing about the West Plains Zizzers is that we have so many weapons with Kinslow, Lair, Seeley, and Miller that you can't possibly defend all of them.
Right. You can't. That's right. You can't key on all 3 of those guys, and maybe 4 if you talk about Miller or Garrett Drow, whatever the case might be. You got to make your choice. Now, here we go. Fourth down, back to throw. Big pressure on the play and a sack in the backfield. And that's the best defensive play of the game for Waynesville. And on the sack, Joey Lucas with a big loss on the play. That was back around the 25-yard line. So West Plains was dropping straight back to throw, and the outside linebacker came through pretty much untouched. I don't think Dagan even saw him coming.
No, there's obviously a blitz on by the West Plains, by the Waynesville Tigers, and coming from the blind side over there. Yeah, I don't think Kinslow did see him coming.
So the blind side tackle by the blitzing linebacker gives Waynesville the football back with 2 minutes to go in the half. That's a tough break. Looked like we were on the march, ready to put another score on the board, but not the case. Halftime, I don't know if it's a halftime score, tied at 16. Salem and Liberty tonight up in Dent County. Now here we go on first down. Back to throw it. In the pocket, steps up. He'll be flushed out of the pocket, tries to run to the left, and he'll be tackled in the backfield. Well, it won't be in the backfield. It'll be a gain on the play of about 3 yards. Tristan Clark on the stop that time for West Plains. 2nd down and 7.
Good pursuit that time by the West Plains Zizzers, and good coverage downfield by the secondary. He had nowhere to throw that ball, and when he decided to run, Connor Lair and Tristan Clark were both there and made sure he didn't go anywhere.
Minute 34 to go in the half. Spread set with Richardson back there. They'll hand it to him, and he'll be hit immediately in the backfield. Sebastian Rogers was having none of that. Gain of 1 maybe.
Sebastian Rogers is another one of those players that plays angry. He plays well angry, and you know, he doesn't like what's happening to them right in the middle of the field. So I promise you, he is going to adjust.
Waynesville's letting the clock run. 18 on the play clock. 1 minute left on the half clock. And if they don't make it, they don't want to leave too much time on the clock. Here we go. Out the spread set for Waynesville. They have 3rd down and about 6. Bean takes a snap. He looks to the right, steps up in the pocket, pressure from behind, and he'll be dropped. Once again, the interior line. Austin Davis made the tackle that time, and it'll be short of the 1st down, gain of 2, and West Plains will call timeout with 39 seconds to go in the half.
Waynesville has a decision to make here. It wouldn't be much of a decision for me. You have to punt the ball, but you have to at least think about going for it when you know West Plains has been moving the ball pretty much very well the whole game. Really, the difference in this game has been the 2 fumbles by West Plains.
I was trying to think the other day, when was the last time that West Plains punted? It's been a long time.
It has been a very, very long time. Good question. I don't know.
I bet Matt Perkins. Matt might know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be this is a key play, because what happens on this punt may determine what kind of chance West Plains has to put another score on the board before halftime. It'll be Garrett Drown back deep. He'll stand at his 35-yard line. Waynesville has kicked the ball pretty well tonight. Here comes the kick. The punter will stand at his 20. No pressure. Kicks it away. Very short kick. That's going to bounce and should take a neutral roll, and it'll be down to the 42-yard line of West Plains. So 31 seconds to go in the half, and it'll be 1st down for the Zizzers. Here's something to consider, though. With the way Nate Thomas has kicked the football, if you get the ball down, say around the 20-yard line, you'd have a shot at a field goal.
I'd say you kick it at that point. Absolutely. We know that in practice he's been kicking them at 50 to 55 yards pretty consistently, so why not?
Speaking of kicking, tomorrow the Zizzer soccer team plays here against Dixon. That starts at 12 noon. You'll be able to see that on our Facebook page and online. Here's a snap, 31 seconds to go. Kinslow, he looks, he throws it deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Connor Lair was the intended receiver. No, it was not. It was Heston Miller, the intended receiver on the play. And again, that ball is just a little bit too long.
A little bit too long, but man, Kinslow really has a nice ball, and it's a beautiful spiral, and he just has to get it dialed in just a little bit, and that's going to be trouble for somebody.
It's down to 26 seconds, 2nd down and 10. This would be a dandy spot for a screen pass. We'll see what the Zizzers want to do here. On 2nd and 10, they'll run it. That's always a good idea. Here's Seeley. He'll get it across to the 50-yard line and be driven down. And I think he was inbounds when he was tackled. So West Plains will burn a timeout with 19 seconds to go in the half.
And I believe that's going to blow our chance at a field goal because I believe that was our last timeout. Is that number 3?
I don't know.
I think so.
One thing in high school football, if you can get a big play here, get it down to around the 25, 30-yard line, they will stop the clock to move the chains. True. So you could always spike the ball if that were the case.
Yeah.
So Matt Perkins talks to his offense on the sideline and sends them back out. Well, Matt likes to go to the unconventional every now and then, but we'll see how Waynesville play. I would imagine Waynesville would play this pretty loose in the secondary, which really makes it tempting just to go ahead and run the football because you can turn a Titus Seeley or Connor Lair or Dagan Kinslow run into a 20, 25-yard game pretty quick. Here we go. On 3rd down and short, they run it. Here's Seeley busted up the middle, and he'll get to the 42 where they'll stop the clock, and Seeley is slow to get up. And he took a shot right to the thigh there as he tries to stretch it out. They'll spike the ball here with 14 seconds, and that'll stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. Boy, Seeley's he's a little banged up.
He is, but it looks like he took a helmet right to the thigh, and man, that really does hurt temporarily.
They'll try to stretch that out. So that means Garrett Drown goes into the backfield now for West Plains. That would be a huge loss if he's not able to come back. And now with 11 seconds to go from the 42, Kinslow's going to have to step up. He rolls, he throws. The ball's caught out of bounds by Connor Lair with 5 down at the 29, 30-yard line. 5 seconds to go in the half. 21-13. Let's kick a field goal here.
That 1st and 10 is brought to you by Chapala Mexican Restaurant. Enjoy the fiesta at Chapala Mexican Restaurant, West Plains, and Willow Springs. Get 99-cent tacos on Tuesdays. Dine in or carry out. Find them on Facebook.
We're going to get our wish.
Now.
1st and 10 from the 30. 5 seconds left in the half. Let's see if we just throw it to the end zone here. And now whistles. Timeout call by Waynesville. And now Matt Perkins will bring his team over. Now, they had decided just to run a play, but now since you got a little time to think about it, maybe, probably not.
Maybe. I don't see a whole lot of movement.
No.
Maybe. Now they're going to put in the big, tall wide receiver, number 19, Josh Leeser, 6'6", 195. So I'd say they're going to take a shot at the end zone here with a big, tall wide receiver, if I were guessing.
Now, if they were to try a field goal, this would be about 47 yards. That's a long kick.
That is a very long kick.
And kicking in a game is different than kicking in practice.
Absolutely.
All that said, I would try to kick the field goal. I'm a believer in that right leg of Nate Thomas. Now here we go on from the 30-yard line, 1st down with 5 seconds to go in the half. Here's Kinslow, flushed out of the pocket, throws it deep. It's in the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted. Tigers pick it off with Richardson. He comes back, and you better get him on the turf, and he's tackled at the 17-yard line. That's the end of the first half. Well, the Zizzers in an unfamiliar spot, being challenged here in the first 2 quarters and leading by 8 at halftime, 21-13. We'll take a break and back in just a minute on KDY.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account detail at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
If you're catching up on projects around the home or farm, it might be a good time to check the tread on your car or truck tires. Wilbanks Tire in West Plains are the tire guys that can get you set up with new tread at a price you can afford. Remember, when you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you get free rotation of your tires for the life of the tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you'll always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Price, quality, and service, all at Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street, West Plains.
Not many businesses have lasted 60 years. One that has stood the test of time is West Plains Propane. 60 years in West Plains and now 6 in Gainesville. Yeah, they're doing something right. They have fuel pumps pumping diesel and gasoline at 508 Lincoln and North Highway 63 in West Plains. They deliver propane, gas, and diesel in South Central Missouri. West Plains Propane keeps you on your way and fuels your needs. West Plains Propane for over 60 years. Steak and Shake has homemade ice cream and homemade whipped cream too. That's what makes
here before we get started. Next week, Bolivar will be here, and that figures to be a really good football game from the sense of if you like to see two teams that generally like to run the football, play power football, that'll be the kind of game that you'll really enjoy watching.
Absolutely. Bolivar has a beast of a running back, and matter of fact, they're a totally different team without him. They have 2 losses on the year, one to Kickapoo and one to Waynesville.
Waynesville.
Yes. But the loss to Waynesville, they were missing their key player, the good running back that they have. Fact remains, they are a very, very good team, and we're lucky that we have them at home and we can play them here on our home turf. It could be for the conference championship. Of course, if West Plains wins tonight, that would put West Plains in the driver's seat, and they are guaranteed the conference championship after tonight. If they lose tonight, which they won't, hopefully, play Bolivar next week, and that game will essentially be for the conference championship, at least a share of the conference championship.
Somebody asked me today and said, who are we playing tonight? I told them, I said, what kind of games are going to be? I don't know. It might be a good game. And they said, good. I'd like to see a good game, a closer game. Wouldn't you? And I said, no. I want to keep going the way we're going here,
Yeah.
But, it's inevitable in this conference, regardless how good a year West Plains has had, that you're going to, especially with a school like Waynesville, you never know, from year to year, they have such an influx of people with the fort there, Fort Leonard Wood, and kids coming from anywhere moving into the district. You don't know, but you can count on the fact that they're probably going to be athletically as good as anybody. And this is the only team that I have seen so far this year that if it were a track meet, that it would be pretty competitive.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely have some speed. And the thing about Waynesville, and you're right, I mean, they have a team full of Army kids, military kids, and so they do move in and out all the time, and so it's really hard for them to build a program in Waynesville. But even with that challenge, they won a state championship not that long ago.
That's right.
So they get some really, really great athletes. Their downfall seems to be that they're not able to build that consistency. They're not able to build a program just because of the transient nature of their players.
Well, brother, they're in it here at halftime. They only trail by 8, 21-13. A final break, and then the second half is coming up next here on Hot Country KDY.
Meet the new MX series from Kubota and Edgeler & Harper Farm Equipment. The MX 5400 and MX 6000 series from Kubota. They're known for their versatility, affordability, and zero down and zero APR for 60 months. See Kubota USA for details. For the farm, depend on 2 names you can trust. Kubota and Edgeler & Harper in Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Hi, this is Charlene Smith. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust. Edgeler & Harper and Kubota, Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Just like the tough Zizzer defense protects the end zone, your roof protects your family and all of your greatest assets. Kevin Tyler, a proud Zizzer with KT Roofing, is here for all your roofing needs, residential or commercial, flat roofs, shingles, metal roof, and even gutters. And they have the area's longest labor warranty. Give Kevin a call today at 256-3016 for all your roofing needs. Call KT Roofing.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Ozark Hills Insurance at 257-1285. 4 locations: West Plains, Thayer, Gainesville, Mountain Home.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hundreds of people around the Ozarks have already experienced the Taylor Grubaugh difference. Experience the difference today. Find new roads at Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet Buick GMC in West Plains.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
ADM Fall and Winter Beef Mineral is on sale now. Buy 6, get 1 free. This is Jordan at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply in West Plains. ADM seasonal beef mineral products help you provide essential minerals and vitamins to your herd in an affordable, convenient, and easy way. Hirsch knows how to keep your herd healthy. Stop in and see us today.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account detail at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Okay, we are ready to start the second half, and it'll be West Plains kicking the ball away from right to left or south to north to start the second half. And this first series, this is going to be a big deal because Waynesville has kind of had things fall in place for them in a lot of respects here in the first half. And if they get the ball here and start the second half and are able to do something, we could be in for a long night. Here's an onside kick. Squib kick will be covered at the 43-yard line of Waynesville. That took a whole 1 second, and we're ready to start the second half. First down for the Tigers.
And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Home, Heart of the Ozarks Medical Equipment, provider of home medical equipment and supplies, 1703 West 8th Street.
43-yard line for the Waynesville Tigers. First down and 57 for them. And we'll see if they come out with their quarterback, L.J. Beam. And so here we go. All right, spread set. Beam the quarterback. They'll snap and hand it to the flanker coming around the end, and the tackle made at around the 45-yard line. Not much of a gain there, and the ball carrier got up a little slow there. Xavier MacArthur, and it's second down. Short gain on the play, maybe 2. Second and long.
Great tackle that time by Garrett Drown. He was blocked, and he was able to scrape off his block and make a nice play around the edge.
Second down from the 45 of Waynesville. The Tigers on the snap. Back to throw. Beam looking deep. There he goes again. Down the right side. Ball is underthrown, and that has got to be pass interference. You can cover and you can get away with face guarding every once in a while, but you cannot grab and throw the receiver to the field, which is what Heston Miller did way downfield at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and unfortunately, of course, it's hard to know this when we're playing defense. I don't think that ball could have been caught anyway.
I don't either.
So, just unfortunate for the West Plains Zizzers, and a smart play by the Waynesville Tigers. And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Bailey Chevrolet and GMC, home of the Bailey Factor in beautiful downtown Willow Springs.
So, again, that's a big break for Waynesville. It's not a spot foul, but it will move it downfield, be enough for a first down. And the ball moved down to the 40-yard line of West Plains. You know what this game kind of reminds me of a little bit? Kind of reminds me of the Hillcrest game a little bit.
I agree.
Making some mistakes that you normally don't make, and it's enough to keep Waynesville right in the middle of it. And speaking of the right in the middle, they run right up the middle that time. And that time the Zizzers were able to fill the gap. There are a lot of red shirts there. Right off the bottom, he had Titus Seeley, who is back in there because he's a football player. Sebastian Rogers and Austin Davis.
Yeah, I believe that was Sebastian Rogers that created the big pile right there in the middle, so he's always good for that.
Second down and 10 from the 40-yard line of West Plains for the Tigers. MacArthur in motion. Draw play. They'll hand it to Richardson, and he'll be spun around after he picked up a couple and driven back. Good job once again, Jason Lopez. And we've got a player down for Waynesville.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, they do. Number 72 is the lineman for Waynesville. Is grasping at his calf, so hopefully that's something not overly serious, and maybe it's just a cramp. We'll see.
The player in question here is Antonio Pearson. He's a 235-pound offensive lineman who is flat on his back right now and is being checked out by personnel on the field. And hopefully he's going to be able to weather this and be okay. Matt Perkins was out there checking on him. So anyway, with 10:36 to play, we have an injury timeout, and it'll be 3rd down and 8 when we come back with the score. West Plains up 21-13 at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. We're back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Owning your home or farm is an American dream. Wiles Abstract and Title help you accomplish that dream by having expanded services to make buying or selling real estate seamless. Closing services include electronic signatures, which limits the number of physical signatures needed.
This is Ashley Matajak at Wiles Title. Buying and selling real estate is an exciting time. Don't let the stress overwhelm you. Choose Wiles Title and let us take care of it for you. It's your choice. Choose Wiles Abstract and Title on the Square, downtown West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Okay, we come back, and it's, they restart the clock after the timeout for the injury. Antonio Pearson walked off the field under his own power, so that's great. And now it's 3rd down and 8 from the 38 for Waynesville from the West Plains 38-yard line. And somebody got a little anxious on the West Plains side, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll change the nature of this play. It'll be now 3rd down and about 3. Illegal, or the offside against the Zizzers.
Sometimes the adrenaline gets to pumping and you get a little bit overly eager and you're building up the play in your head, and it really is hard not to jump. It so is. So I totally understand that deal.
All right, they get set up now again. Full house backfield, high snap, and Richardson gets it. I mean, he is stopped for a loss on the play. West Plains penetrated that time. Tristan Clark, Jason Lopez, who else? Connor Lair and Dagan Kinslow all there for the stop. And they lost 2 yards on the play.
It brings up 4th and long, so Waynesville's going to have to make a decision here. They're in a place in the field where they're probably going to have to go for it, which it looks like they're going to.
They'll line up again with the direct snap, the Wildcat formation, with Richardson, number 30, in the backfield. Whistles. Timeout called by the Tigers with 9:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-13 West Plains. We're back in a minute on KDY.
If you're catching up on projects around the home or farm, it might be a good time to check the tread on your car or truck tires. Wilbanks Tire in West Plains are the tire guys that can get you set up with new tread at a price you can afford. Remember, when you buy a set of tires from Wilbanks Tire, you get free rotation of your tires for the life of the tires. So once a customer of Wilbanks Tire, you'll always be a customer of Wilbanks Tire. Price, quality, and service, all at Wilbanks Tire, 201 West 2nd Street, West Plains.
Not many businesses have lasted 60 years. One that has stood the test of time is West Plains Propane. 60 years in West Plains and now 6 in Gainesville. Yeah, they're doing something right. They have fuel pumps pumping diesel and gasoline at 508 Lincoln and North Highway 63 in West Plains. They deliver propane, gas, and diesel in South Central Missouri. West Plains Propane keeps you on your way and fuels your needs. West Plains Propane for over 60 years.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Nate Hudson, our engineer, key part of the broadcast, does a great job for us as he brings it back to us. 4th down and 4 from the 35 of West Plains, and now Richardson. And he is hit on 4th down and 4 and dropped for a loss of 1 on the play. And one thing that I think that West Plains has decided, they're going to key on Richardson. Whenever he has the ball in his hands, that is even before he gets the ball in his hands, that's who they're looking for.
Probably a pretty good plan, being as he's really ripped us apart in the first half, and he looks like a really good-looking football player. He has the size, he has the speed, and good job by the West Plains Zizzer defense right there. That's the turnover that we needed, and so hopefully we can get some momentum back on our side.
I don't think West Plains was necessarily keen on him in the first half, but at halftime, you talk about adjustments that you make in the course of a game. That is obviously what West Plains is looking at right now as they've adjusted to Richardson. Now, here we have first down and 10 from the 36. Travis Seeley, he gets by the first 2 or 3 tacklers. The fourth guy finally brings him down with a little help at the 45. That's short of the first down by about a yard. It'll be second down and 1.
It's good to see Titus back out there after getting dinged up momentarily in the first half. Looked like a Charlie horse maybe, so it looks like he's back at full speed.
He's lined up as a wide receiver out left, and now a pass to Miller to the right too high, and that's incomplete. And they'll bring up now third down and 1 yard to go.
Pass was a little high, and Miller probably should be glad that he didn't catch that ball, because that's a good way to get lit up.
47 degrees right now at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. Here we go on 1 yard to go for the first. Here's Seeley breaking through at the 50, 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. Tackled at the 13. And that's another big gain for the Zizzers. And a gain of 42 yards and a first down for the Zizzers.
That first and 10 is brought to you by Ozarks Medical Center. Dr. Edwin Roeder, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and Zizzer team physician. And he's down on the sideline tonight, as always, with our football team.
Would be a very good idea for West Plains to punch this thing in and move this lead up to 15 points. Spread set. Direct snap, handoff right up the middle. Here's Connor Lair. He goes to the left side, 5-yard line, touchdown. You see his size, and I think you underestimate just how fast he is, because he got to the corner and he was in. That's a 13-yard touchdown.
He definitely has another gear. It looks like he's loping along, and then all of a sudden he's able to shift it to gear and get into the end zone. But not only that, he's so powerful. So anytime you get any kind of contact on him, he shrugs it off. So great run that time by Connor Lair. Good score, and that's exactly what we needed.
Here's the extra point try. Nate is back on. Here's a bad snap. Hold is down. The kick is up. Did they get it? It looks like they did. Terrific job on the extra point. Nate Thomas finishes it. So with 8:28 to play in the third quarter, it's West Plains 28 and Waynesville 13, and we come back in a minute on KDY.
Full of dirt, dust, pet dander, and who knows what else. It used to look so nice, but now it's a nightmare. I'm talking about your flooring. Once it drew attention to your home for the right reasons, but not anymore. You've walked all over it, and your floors are only a shell of what they once were. It's time to visit Newberry's Floors and More in downtown West Plains. Newberry's has tile, carpet, vinyl, laminate, and planks to turn your nightmare into your dreams. So when your floors look scary, it's time to see Newberry. Newberry's Floors and More. We're laying it down.
At Lynch Equipment, we believe our word is as good as dirt, because to us, dirt is as good as it gets. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lynch Equipment, and we want you to know that Coyote Tractors offer an industry-leading 6-year unlimited hour warranty on select tractors, so you can dig, mow, and haul until the cows follow you home. Day after day, year after year. Lynch Equipment and Coyote, we dig dirt. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, at Lynch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
6-year warranty for non-commercial resident use only on specific Coyote models registered during promotional period. See Lynch Equipment in West Plains, your authorized Coyote tractor dealer for details.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Here's the ensuing kick, and it's fumble, loose ball on the deck. Let's see who got to it. Looks to me like Waynesville probably covered. That ball was fumbled initially, and the Tigers got it back, and they'll start this drive at their own 43-yard line.
And that Waynesville first and 10 is brought to you by Pepsi Mid-America, 80 years in the making.
28-13. I was thinking during the timeout, you know what, the one thing that would be worse than seeing Connor Lair run by you would be Connor Lair running directly at you.
Exactly.
I mean, what a nightmare that would be.
Well, I'm a full-grown man, and I would absolutely olay him into the end zone if I had to.
Kidding me? Forget that.
Yeah.
All right, first down and 10 from their own 43-yard line, and the Tigers have to hustle because we're down to 6 on the play clock. First down from their own 43. Tigers down 15. Running play left with Richardson. He tries to go wide. Now has to turn it up. Gets up to the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of a couple. And I thought I saw a flag go down, and there is a flag.
Yeah, a late flag coming in. I'm not sure what it was for. I didn't see a hold. But
a personal foul is the call against West Plains. And we've got a Tiger down on the field here.
I'm not sure what's going on, to be honest with you, Harlan. I didn't see the personal foul, but...
Well, I didn't either. I had the field glasses right on the play. The player down, is that Richardson? Looks kind of like it is Eric Richardson, who has just been... Now, that looks like a cramp as they're stretching out his right leg. He's been doing a lot of work out there. But a personal foul call at the 45-yard line, so that will move the ball way down the field, across the 40 of West Plains to the 39. I'll tell you, and kind of like the Hillcrest game, West Plains has given Waynesville quite a bit of help, too much help.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how much yardage and penalties we've had, but I bet we're nearing 100 yards in penalties thus far. We've had 45 yards in penalties just on personal fouls.
And so we'll take a timeout. 8:15 to go in the third with the score. West Plains 28, Waynesville 13. Back in a minute on KDY.
Bailey Shipping GMC, home of the Bailey Faction.
And after the Friday night football game, breaking news, Bailey Chevrolet now offers Saturday service for you, our customers. Call or come by and make your Saturday oil change appointment now. The Bailey service team is waiting for you.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
Taking care of elderly parents is not easy. My mom just can't do much to help my dad anymore, so I help when I can. Dad's CPAP machine was really needing to be cleaned, especially with all the virus spreading. I found out Home takes care of that. Their customer service was excellent, and considering we are in a pandemic, that means a lot. The store was clean, they limit the number of customers in the store, and they explained how to help Dad with his CPAP. Heart of the Ozarks Medical Equipment, 1703 8th Street in West Plains. Welcome home.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Sure they have, yeah.
8:15 to go in the third quarter, 28-13. And this has taken a little bit longer for the injury timeout for Waynesville, but now it looks like Eric Richardson will be, well, he's still stretching out that right leg. And if you've ever had a cramp, and we have all had one from at one point or another, and it looks like it's probably nothing real serious, although he's having a little bit of trouble getting off the field. He's walking under his own power, but boy, it may not be that serious in the long run, but at the moment, it's one of the most
It'll
awful
take your breath
things.
away.
Oh.
I don't know how a leg cramp can take your breath away, but it does.
You can be laying in bed at night, get a cramp in your calf, and you wake up just like from a nightmare. Here we go. First down for Waynesville now from the 39-yard line of West Plains after the personal foul. Right up the middle. They get through the line, and they'll pick up good. Oh, the ball's taken away. West Plains comes up with the loose ball. Connor Lair is going to go the distance for a takeaway and a touchdown for the Zizzers, covering 63 yards. If the play was not blown down, the running back was held up. Connor Lair pickpocketed the running back and takes it all the way.
What a heads-up play by Connor Lair. I thought that play was over. I didn't even see the ball squared out, and the next thing I know, Connor Lair's running like a streak right here on our sideline.
So a touchdown for West Plains, which covered, I think, 62 yards. I don't think the ball ever hit the ground, though. I think he just stripped the ball carrier of the football.
You might have, yeah.
So that read really changes the complexion of the football game.
That pretty much blows it open for the time being anyway, and we just have to make sure to clean up our mistakes and not let them back in the game.
Here's the extra point try. Once again, Nate hits it, kicks it high, straight, and good again. 7:53 to go. In the third quarter, West Plains has stretched it out. They lead Waynesville 35-13. Back in a minute on KDY.
Steak and Shake has homemade ice cream and homemade whipped cream too. That's what makes them the best shakes in town. And it allows for all your favorite shakes to be made lightning fast. The ice cream is homemade, the whipped cream is homemade, and the faster times in the drive-thru get you home quick. Get to Steak and Shake today for all your favorite made-to-order meals and add a shake with homemade ice cream and whipped cream too. Steak and Shake, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week in West Plains.
It's not a matter if your car breaks down or you have an accident. It's a matter of when. So when you need a reliable tow, call J&J Recovery and Towing, 256-7628. J&J Recovery and Towing answers your call 24/7, and they work fast. Whether you need to take your vehicle home, to the repair shop, dealership, or to the auto body repair shop, they can tow it for you. No job is too big or too small. J&J Recovery and Towing Service, 256-7628.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Okay, a squib kick covered by Waynesville at their own 47-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. And this was a 14-13 game late in the first half. In the second quarter, West Plains added one to it, but here that lead now is out to 22 points with 7:52 to go in the third quarter, made so by Connor Lair's alert play, stripping the football and going 62 yards for a touchdown. That's his third touchdown of the night. Here's the first man through right up the middle, and that'll be bottled up after a gain of maybe a yard on the play. Eric Richardson, their outstanding running back, is not in the ball game right now. He really hurt the Zizzers with runs straight up the middle, and I think it's safe to say, not sure exactly what it is, but I believe West Plains has adjusted something to try and cut down that running room between the guards.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Harlan. It looked early on, we weren't quite sure what they were going to do offensively with a backup quarterback. They may have changed their complete offensive scheme from what they had done in the past. So it looks like we were feeling them out, and now we're starting to dial it in.
Here's a snap, roll out left on 2nd and 9. Throw is caught at the 43-yard line, and the tackle made out of bounds. That was close to maybe being another flag, but no flag is thrown, and it'll be a first down. And let's see, a pickup about 15 on the play, and a first down for Waynesville.
That 1st and 10 is brought to you by Don's Auto Service. More than just a tire store. Go see our good friends Don's on Porter Wagner Boulevard in West Plains.
About 17 actually on the reception. And it'll be first down for the Waynesville Tigers. 7 minutes to go in the third. We still have 19 minutes to go in this football game, and there's a penalty on the play, but it's going to be against Waynesville.
Delay of game, I believe is what they said.
Was that before the play?
No, it wasn't a delay of game. It was a legal man downfield.
Ah. And so it'll be, let's see, second down.
About 14, I believe.
Yep. Second down and 14 to go. 2nd and 14 from the 43 of the Tigers. They have it. Here's the snap. Beam will roll right. He looks. He's chased. He throws it over the middle too high and incomplete. Not sure who that was intended for, but Connor Lair is going to get a personal foul for a late hit on the quarterback.
And we also have another foul for pass interference down here at about the 40. So we're going to have 2 penalties on the play. We'll see which ones they take. They're both going to be 15-yard penalties.
Well, I don't know. First, I don't think that the personal foul is an automatic first down, because we had that last week and it was not. Roughing the passer against West Plains. Oh, now, they call this now last week that was not an automatic first down. If they mark it, especially if they mark it from the point of the foul, they're going to mark this, I guess, from the line of scrimmage.
They are. This one, yes.
It's a different language each week. You never know.
Well, that's going to be a first down for Waynesville, and that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Justin Shelby State Farm, here to help life go right.
So again, West Plains does a favor for the Tigers. Ball now marked at the 43 of the Zizzers. On 1st down and 10. Beam will drop back, pulls it down, and he'll be sacked on the play. It was either Garrett Drown or Austin Davis. I'm not sure which one got it, but somebody got it.
I believe that was Garrett Drown that squared through and got him right around the ankles, and maybe Austin Davis helped clean it up a little bit, but great play by the West Plains defense.
So a loss on the play. Back to, they're going to mark that at the 49-yard line of West Plains, so that's a loss at 7. And now it's 2nd down and 10 from the spread set. They'll hand running right, and that's Green, and he'll be hit around the corner, hit hard. Lopez was there to make the stop. Connor Lair was there, and a gain on the play to the 45. It's still going to be 3rd down and very long, 3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13 is exactly a position you want a team to be in, especially one that's been giving you fits. And, we can actually relax a little bit, make sure that nobody gets behind us, and see if we can hold them to a 4th and get the ball back.
3rd down and 13. Beam takes the snap, back to throw it. He does underneath. That ball is caught and tackled immediately. I believe, let's see, who was that? That was Jesse Hudson on the stop, and he's holding his back. And he's back up on his feet because he's a football player, and now it's 4th down and about 7.
That was caught by the big tight end, 6'1". Actually, he looks much bigger than 6'1", 155, but anyway, he caught it. Pretty good collision out there with Jesse Hudson. Must have rung Jesse's bell a little bit, but he got right up, and he's ready to play again.
Richardson, I think, is in the backfield. He is. Rollout pass on 4th down. Beam will throw. That ball is knocked down. Terrific play. And the West Plains defense will hold, and I believe Garrett Drown again was right there in the middle of it. Oh, that was Connor Lair instead with the deflection to knock that pass down. And West Plains will have 1st down and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
That 1st and 10 is brought to you by Bureau. For anything for the office, think Bureau. Go see them downtown West Plains, 202 West Main Street, www.thinkbureau.com.
Temperature has dropped down to 47 degrees here. Nice and crisp evening. 4:30 to play in the 3rd. West Plains up from their own 39. Kinslow looks, throws deep down the left sideline, way too tall and wide, intended for Heston Miller at the 25, and actually the defender had a little better crack at it than Heston did. 2nd and 10 with 4:25 to go in the 3rd, 35-13 West Plains.
Looks like there could have been a little bit of miscommunication there. Heston Miller went one way, the ball went the other way, and so they may not have been on the same page on that throw and catch, but they'll get that cleaned up.
Snap handoff, Seeley goes left, turns it up, and now bounces it outside 45-yard line, and he'll finally be driven down at the 49, and that will be very close to a 1st down. A gain of 10 on the play. The first guy is not going to tackle him.
No, and that can be said by all of our ball carriers, but, Kinslow, Lair, Seeley, Miller, I mean, you better have 2 or 3 hats on them or you're not going to get them down.
Holding penalty probably coming up. Flag down at the 38-yard line of West Plains. Nope. So what? Did they ever make a signal there?
I didn't see a signal.
That could be one of those disregard the flag plays.
No.
Well, they are going to mark it off. Maybe we'll get a signal out of this before it's all over with. They're going to move it down to the 41. That'll be a 1st down for West Plains.
That 1st and 10 will be brought to you by Brown Furniture and Appliance, growing with the Ozarks since 1949.
If you got a bunch of people coming in for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and you don't have a table big enough, they've got tables. Nice dining room sets with chairs. First down and 10 for West Plains, running left. Here's Heston Miller, who takes the handoff. He gets across the 40. A little pop in contact at the 38. And that will bring up second down, about 7.
You don't see Heston line up in that running back position behind the quarterback very often, but he did. And nice gain on first down by Heston Miller.
He'll bring up now second down and 7 to go from the 38-yard line of Waynesville. Deep back again is Heston Miller. They'll fake it to him, roll to the right. Pass downfield is caught. 30 or 20-yard line, 15-10, and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. That was a really nice play that time as the Zizzers were able to get the ball downfield. That was for Colt Hickson.
Yep, Colt Hickson. It was a good route. Good throw by Dagan Kinslow. Great yardage in that 1st and 10. It's brought to you by Simmons Bank, where dreams are realized.
So that's a gain of 25 yards on the play and a first down, and West Plains threatens to score again. Running play to the left side, and it's in the end zone for the touchdown as Dagan Kinslow just called his own number, and he gets in the end zone to make it a 41-13 game.
You know, it feels a little bit different now than we can actually take a breath, but after a sloppy first half, looks like we came out into the second half and showed up ready to play, and Waynesville has not had a whole lot of answers for the West Plains Zizzers.
Maybe a little more focused, even though we still had some penalties, but it's a 41-13 game. Old Automatic comes in the lineup now for the extra point try. Low snap, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good again.
I thought you had jinxed him there for a moment.
There's no such thing. 3:13 to go in the third, 42-13 West Plains. Back in a minute on KDY.
Get your home ready for fall and the holidays that are just around the corner with a trip to Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains. Start off with the beautiful decor and wreath-making supplies in stock, then kick back in your brand new Lazy Boy recliner starting at only $369 and enjoy the new look of your room. As always, you can get 12 months no-interest financing with approved credit. Brown Furniture and Appliance, downtown West Plains, growing with the Ozarks since 1949.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Fluids such as engine oil, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and power steering fluid are very important to inspect and maintain on a regular basis. Don's Auto Services is your source for quick, affordable oil changes and quality auto repair services. Call soon to book your next fluid service. Don's Auto Services is thrilled to be your local auto repair center and provider of tires in West Plains.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Squib kick covered by Waynesville, and they'll start at their own 43-yard line. First down and 10. Reed made a point here during the break. It does. It seems as if we've kind of cleaned things up a little bit, kind of got our feet underneath us, and a little more focus here in the second half.
Yeah, and there's still some mistakes, and like you were saying, the penalties and the penalties mainly. If we can clean that up, then we're not having a whole lot of troubles in this game. But sometimes we're our own worst enemy.
Yes. And we haven't said that much here since about week 2 of the season, because the Zizzers have been pretty efficient when it comes to putting points on the board. They got 42 right now. Here's a handoff, or a fake handoff by Beam. He'll take it up the right sideline, and it's a good thing he didn't hand the ball off. It would have been a loss of about 9 yards, and instead it's a good gain. They'll move that across they're going to mark that. It wasn't as big gain as I thought. A gain of about 3, I'll make it 2. It's second down and 8. 45-yard line of Waynesville. Clock stopped as Beam, the quarterback, went out of bounds. Now Eric Richardson, the tailback, behind Beam on second down and 8 from their own 45. Hard snap count. He'll hand it off. Richardson hit immediately. He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, and the ball was loose on the ground. But it looks like they're going to call the play dead. And once again, Reed, they hand the ball to Richardson. He tries to hit that middle, and again, there is nothing there now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it looked like, in the first half, we were playing with basically with one linebacker in the middle of the field, putting everybody else out around the perimeter, but they kept killing us up the middle. And so now we've sucked in another linebacker to kind of help up the middle, and I think that's been all the difference in the world.
3rd down and 8 from the 45. Roll out Beam. Pressure. He scoots, and he'll be sacked for a loss, and the ball is loose. But that came on the contact on the ground, and it'll be a huge loss on the play. Connor Lair, who got called for a personal foul roughing the quarterback a little while ago, he did a little bit of legal roughing right there with that shirt tail throwdown.
That was violent WWE wrestling right there. So, yeah, I agree. That was much worse than the personal foul he got called for.
Absolutely. And that was legal. So that loss is all the way back to the 28-yard line. And so there'll be a loss of 17 on that play. Here's the punt. Almost blocked. Kick will bounce. It hit one of the Zizzers, and it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. And it will be Waynesville football, and that's the case of just not paying attention and knowing where the ball is.
Yeah, that's the mistakes that you cannot make in a football game, especially deep into the second half. But basically, they got a first down play because that's about where the first down marker was before the sack,
That's
I believe.
true. Minute 40 left in the third quarter. We haven't really had, and again, I hate to keep going back to the Hillcrest game, but we really haven't had many games where we have had this many mistakes, and there have been a variety of different ones, but it's been a game where West Plains, more in the first half than the second half, but they've been their own worst enemy in a lot of cases. Richardson will line up, direct snap, takes it. He is hit behind the line again and just drilled in the backfield. And the success he had in the first half is a distant memory because West Plains is doing a great job. Tristan Clark, one of the first people there, and of course, Sebastian Rogers is going to crawl out from under the pile of people.
And it's good to see that we're able to clean that up because I promise you, folks, when you watch the Baller game next week, we're going to have our hands full with their running back. And I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I did know it earlier today.
It happens more and more, Reed.
Yeah.
Direct snap back. No, it'll be Bean, the quarterback, throws over the middle and incomplete. And that was a good job in the secondary. I'm just going to guess Chance Eldringhoff was the guy who stepped up and did make the hit in the secondary. So now, 3rd down and about 12. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Beam will be out there to throw the football. They have 4 wide and a single back on 3rd down and 12. Fake it. They're going to drop back, and there's going to be another sack for another huge loss. And that was Tristan Clark.
Tristan Clark, yeah.
Coming after him, there's a loss on that play of 13 yards as the clock continues to roll with 40 seconds to go in the third. Boy, West Plains has made it miserable on Waynesville on these 3rd down and long plays. Punt time again, and this time West Plains does not have anyone back deep. Kick is away. Good kick. Good bounce from the 32 down inside the West Plains 25 and near the 20-yard line. So they'll mark it down at the 20, and that will make it a 44-yard punt with no return. So 44 net yards gained on the play with 13 seconds left in the third quarter. West Plains up 42-13 over Waynesville late in the third.
You know, Harlan, you take away the penalties in this second half. I don't know that Waynesville has really had that much yardage offensively.
That's a really good point. I hadn't even thought about that, but as far as picking up their own yardage,
correct,
nothing like they did in the first half.
No.
It's 1st and 10
All right, so let's see. For some reason, they marked the ball in the wrong spot.
Well, this is their 1st and 10. Will be brought to you by Ozark Hills Insurance, the best rates in town. Go see them on Porter Wagner Boulevard in beautiful West Plains, Missouri.
On 1st down, Kinslow steps back. He's looking to throw the ball, steps up, tries to get away from the pressure, and he'll be tripped up after a gain of 2 to the 22, and that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. We go to the 4th. West Plains up big on Waynesville, 42-13, and we're back after a minute on KDY.
And there's a flag on the play. Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Medical Center Orthopedics is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at OMC sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletics for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. OMC hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. OMC Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Zizzer athletics.
Meet the new MX series from Kubota and Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment. The MX 5400 and MX 6000 series from Kubota. They're known for their versatility, affordability, and year-round comfort from Kubota's new MX cab. For help around the farm, depend on 2 names you can trust: Kubota and Edgeler and Harper in Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Hi, this is John Edgeler. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust: Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby, we go to the 4th quarter with West Plains up 42-13. And if the Zizzers could poke another score across the goal line here, we would activate the infamous turbo clock here. From the 20, right up the middle, Seeley breaks it to the 25, near the 30 before he is tackled. And that'll be close to, if not, a 1st down. And the officials, well, it's not going to be a 1st down. It's going to be a holding call against West Plains.
I didn't even see the flag.
I didn't either. Didn't see that at all.
Well, that's unfortunate. I was getting ready to say Seeley, is having a nice night running the ball. It's one of those where every time he touches the ball, he's getting 5 to 9 yards somewhere in there, if not longer. But on average, I bet he's averaging 5 to 9 yards per carry throughout this game. And that's always nice to have a running back that can do that.
Now the backup after the penalty, it'll be they're saying 2nd down and 12. Double reverse, run to the left, and here we go to the corner, and I'm not sure who that was. Connor Lair, perhaps. It was Connor Lair who ran over somebody on the far sideline, but didn't get much yardage, maybe 3 yards, and it'll bring up now a 3rd down and long.
That was one of those plays. I don't know. It was a good double reverse. I think the defensive player was out of position on the original play and just happened to be in position for the reverse. So I don't know that he read the play. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
This time, Titus Seeley will be split out as a receiver on the right side. It's 3rd down and 9 from the 23. Back to throw it. Pressure on the quarterback, and Kinslow's going to get sacked. Back at the 15-yard line. 2nd time he's been sacked tonight. Waynesville was able to sack him on a 4th down play earlier. That time, Chase Evans with the tackle for the Tigers, and it'll be 4th down. And we're going to see something. I can't remember last time we saw West Plains punt, but now we know. Yeah. It'll be with 11:09 to go in the 4th quarter here against the Tigers.
I just remember Kinslow is our punter, and I remember him being quite a great punter. It's just been a while since I've seen him punt.
Kinslow will drop back and stand at his own 3. Good snap. Kick away, and a terrific kick. High kick. He'll go toward the far sideline, takes a high bounce, and a good bounce for West Plains. That'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And so that is going to be about 42-yard punt, but a terrific hang time on that ball.
Yeah, great hang time right there. And I think this probably, since we've been doing the squib kick thing in this game, I think this is probably the worst starting field position Waynesville's had. But at least on the other side of the 50.
Right. They're going to mark this out of bounds at the 45 of Waynesville. Key play of the game so far, to me at least, Connor Lair stripping the ball and taking it back for a score from 62 yards out here in the second half. That kind of jolted things loose. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Out on an out pattern. Pass is incomplete. And now another flag goes down, I think, at around the 48 of West Plains.
Looks like Jesse Hudson got in a tussle with one of the wide receivers, and they're going to get another personal foul here, Harlan.
So that'll be marked from the line of scrimmage if that is, and that's obviously going to be the case. Oh, they're going to call it holding. Wasn't that what he called? No, personal foul, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was personal foul, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
I didn't necessarily see anything wrong there. It looks like they just got tangled up. But like I said.
And so the officials will mark the ball with 10:36 to go. And West Plains up 42-13. And that'll take it down just shy of the West Plains 40-yard line. So the Zizzers, who have played better defensively here in this half, but again, one of the themes through the game is the help that they've given Waynesville. Back to throw it, Beam looks left, now to the right, throws it deep down the right side, wide open the catch, and a touchdown for Waynesville. From 40 yards out, and that's not the first time tonight that we have seen a Waynesville receiver just blow by the defense. Flame with the reception. Mario Flame with the receiver. Again, really good throw. Really good speed on the outside.
Absolutely blew past our defensive back right back there. And, I don't blame Waynesville. They don't have a whole lot going for them, so we might as well go for the home run ball. That play has been there the whole game, and they were just able to connect on that play.
So 42-19. Extra point try now for the Tigers. Snap good, hold down, kick is up. And it's good. 10:29 to go in the fourth. West Plains 42 and Waynesville 20. Back in a minute on KDY.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Zizzers. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC. Simmons Bank is here for all the Zizzers. Simmons Bank takes pride in helping customers realize their dream to buy the perfect home, start a business, or save for a child's college education. Visit a branch or get more information online at simmonsbank.com. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pepsi Mid-America presents a tasty and downright lucrative opportunity. By simply enjoying select Pepsi Mid-America products, you could win up to $5,000 for your local participating schools. Beginning September 1st through January 31st, start collecting those teal caps from any Dr. Pepper, Crush, 7-Up, or Crisp and Clear products and help make your school shine bright with the illustrious gleam of cash money. Collect the caps from Pepsi Mid-America.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Onside kick will be covered by West Plains at the Waynesville 47-yard line. So first down and 10 there for the Zizzers.
First and 10 is brought to you by Newberry Floors and More. High-quality flooring with installers on staff.
And it'd be good to see West Plains put together a drive, take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, short field, and punch another one in. 42-20. Zizzers up big, trying to add to their lead. And trying to go 8-0. Running play right with Seeley. turns it up at the corner, spun around. There he goes again at the 40, 30, 25. He's going to score a touchdown at the 5 and tackled. Did he get in the end zone? No. They haven't signaled yet, and now Waynesville covered a fumble in the end zone, so it's a touchback. Now we don't have the luxury of replay, but I'll tell you, it sure looked to me like Seeley's knees hit the ground at the 1, unless the ball was coming out at that point, and they're going to say that it was a fumble into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback for West Plains.
And that was a heads-up play by the Waynesville defender that time to strip the ball, and I believe it was clean. It happened at about the 3-yard line as Seeley was getting ready to go into the end zone, and the ball was most definitely loose before it crossed the goal line.
Well, you make a list of the things that have happened in this game on the part of West Plains that have been, and I know we're talking about a 22-point game.
Right.
But things that have happened that have helped Waynesville, I guess you can't say stay in the game, but they have kept this from being
a complete blowout.
A complete blowout.
Yeah.
All right, they'll send 5 wide. They'll just load up and throw. They're going to run it with Richardson, tries to get to the right corner. You can't run sideways.
No.
That's all there is to it. And now another flag is down on the tackle on the far side. There'll be a loss of about 3 on the play. That came in late.
That's going to be a face mask on West Plains, it looks like. So, once again, shooting ourselves in the foot. And the natives are restless.
Yes. That'll be 15 yards.
Yeah.
So, is this what we just mentioned just a minute ago? I mean, that's 15 yards right there and another first down, 10:03 to go.
So that's pretty easily over the 100-yard mark now, just in penalties. Maybe pushing 150.
Had that at Glendale. Oh, what a hit in the backfield on the handoff as they tried to run right, and they ran right into Garrett Drown, among others, and that'll be a loss of 2. Mark that at the 33-yard line, second down and long, 2nd and 12. Second down, 12 yards to go. From the 30 or on 33. Back to throw Beam. He's going to heave it down the right side again. And incomplete. And we're very lucky that there was no pass interference called on that play down around the 35-yard line, because there was some minimal contact there. And the defender on the play was not playing the football. There's some face guarding going on there.
That's a fact. I mean, he kind of threw his hands up right at the very end, so sometimes that's all you can do when you have somebody. It's not very often that you see somebody that can run with Jimmy Miller, or not Jimmy Miller, that's his dad's name, Heston Miller. But he's met his match tonight, I believe.
Here we go on 3rd and long. They run it around the left end. They'll turn it up. And again, the tackle will be made by Chance Eldrenhoff.
A fumble on the play.
Was there a fumble?
Maybe.
Well, they're not going to call it a fumble.
Nope.
It'll be 4th down. But far, far short of the first down. They had to get the ball all the way up to the 44-yard line. And this ball is at the 34, and they're going to line up and go for it. That sounded a little bit like Jack White.
It did a little bit.
Here we go. 5 wide on 4th and 10. Back to throw. Pressure from the outside. The throw is deep down the field, underthrown and incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And the back judge reached behind him like he was going to pull the flag out and then decided not to.
I saw the same thing, Harlan. I was like, please don't throw that flag.
He probably didn't have lunch today either, so he's ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it'll be first down for West Plains. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. 8:30 to go. Here's a handoff, running right with Seeley. Spins off one tackler and hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Got a gain of about a yard before the tackle was made. But more importantly, the clock is running now. We're down to 8:18 to go.
You know, I was reflecting. I can't think of a single penalty, maybe one, that's been against Waynesville. So it just shows you how we've allowed them to somewhat stay in the game just by giving up all these penalties.
Kinslow's going to throw the ball and does underneath the Miller for a short gain of about 3 on the play to the 31. So Heston Miller with the catch, and it'll be 3rd down and about 6. We don't believe in running time. Here's a handoff to Seeley. Turns it up, finds a gap. 25-yard line, tackle at 22, and that'll be enough for a West Plains first down.
Now, 1st and 10 is brought to you by Lynch Equipment. For most people, it's where the search for the perfect tractor ends.
7:38 and rolling. Kinslow will line his team up. Play clock at 16. No big rush. On 1st and 10. Takes a snap, quarterback draw. And he'll tiptoe through the middle, 20-yard line, 15, 10-yard line, 5, and a touchdown for West Plains. Dagan Kinslow took it in from 23 yards out. And that makes it 48-20.
Yeah, good run by Kinslow that time, and that's what makes him so dangerous, is that he's able to run in traffic. And how many times have we seen him spin out of arm tackles? And once he gets into the flats, he's fast.
Waynesville's done a good job defending him tonight and stuff like that. That's the first time we've really seen him be able to break loose.
Right.
And scored the touchdown. 48-20, Nate Thomas back on. Here's the snap. Down, kick, up. Good. 7:26 to play. West Plains 49, Waynesville 20. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
After the game tonight, tune in to 96.9 The Fox and join me, James Hurt, for the Locker Room Show. We'll recap the scores of area games, hear from some of the area announcers, and we want to hear from you. Call 417-257-0369 and talk about your favorite team. Hand out game balls to deserving athletes. That's the Locker Room Show on 96.9 The Fox tonight, following the Liberty Eagles broadcast. Tune in and call in after the game. That number again, 417-257-0369.
And there's a flag on the play.
Dr. Edwin Roeder of Ozarks Medical Center Orthopedics is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The team at OMC sends best wishes to all Zizzer athletics for safe play and for exceptional sportsmanship. OMC hopes you stay healthy, but if injuries happen, Dr. Roeder and the rest of his team are there to help you with your recovery. OMC Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Zizzer athletics.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Little squib kick on the ensuing kickoff, covered by the Waynesville Tigers at their own 48-yard line, and it's 1st down and 10. 49-20 is our score. 21-13, I believe, was our halftime score. 8-point game, and West Plains has stretched it out to 29. It really makes you wonder if we could have avoided about half of these penalties and mistakes like that in the ballgame, what the score would be then. But
it would look more like the Parkview game. If we would have cleaned up the mistakes and not had the 3 fumbles and definitely not had all these penalties.
On 1st down, back to pass. Here's a throw over the middle. That ball is incomplete, broken up at the 35-yard line.
And that should have been defensive pass interference.
You may have a very good point, Mr. Grigsby. That was Eldringhoff on the coverage.
Yeah. But, yeah, good play on the ball by Eldringhoff that time. He made a nice break and made sure that reception did not become complete.
2nd down and 10 from their own 48. Waynesville again with a single back, and they'll hand it off, running to the left, and a tackle made just across the 50, and a gain of about 4. Who was that made the tackle that time?
I believe that was Hayden Bryant. Came up, number 12. Yeah, he came up and made a nice play.
He tackled him high, and it looked like he got him around the shoulder pads and slung him down, and my first thought was, oh, no, here comes another face mask.
Right.
But not the case. 3rd down and 6 from the 48 of West Plains for the Tigers. They'll hand it to Richardson. He runs right, and he finally gets loose for the first time here in the second half and gets a first down as he gains 8 yards up to the 40. And one of the Tigers in the secondary, wide receiver, has a little bit of an issue, and he is able to make it off the field. So it'll be first down now for the Waynesville Tigers, 6:38 to play.
That first and 10 is brought to you by Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. It's where to go to buy a car.
Back to throw it on first down. Bean underneath. The catch is made. Tackle is made from behind. Now they're going to say it's incomplete. The receiver was down on his knees when he had the ball, but he got hit from behind. The ball popped out. So it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had possession of the ball and was pretty much hit immediately. And I saw the ball squirt out towards the sideline. So incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Waynesville will send a receiver, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back Eric Richardson back there with L.J. Beam back. Oh, he's going to hand it off. Here's Richardson, bounces off the line of scrimmage and straight back. And, I mean, there was nowhere to go that time. I don't have to look. I know who it is. Sebastian Rogers. It was obvious who that was. Stop that play.
Whenever you see something get mired down like a 4-wheel drive in mud right in the middle, it's usually Sebastian Rogers is the problem.
Under the 6-minute mark. This is one of the longer games we've had time-wise in a while. Back to throw it again. On 3rd and long. He wants to throw the ball long. Now he gets pressure. There was massive holding behind that play. Now they throw out to the flat, and the catch is made at the 40-yard line. 35, tackle from behind, short of the first down. And how about that? That is really something to see. Connor Lair ran that play down from the other side of the field. And why there was not holding called on that rollout to the opposite side of the field, that's pretty amazing right there.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything but take his shirt off. But anyway, we didn't get the call, and still not enough for a first down, so it's be 4th and short for the Waynesville Tigers.
I think it was Austin Davis that got spun around. Now is 4th and 3 for the Tigers. Direct snap coming up to Eric Richardson, their running back. Here's the snap, and he'll hand it off, and that won't go anywhere.
Yep.
A loss of a yard on the play. They tried to go over the right tackle that time. They handed the ball to Mason Wright, and there was nothing there.
That will be a Zizzer first down, Harlan, and that one is brought to you by Zizzer Buggy Bath and Coin Laundry. Drop off your laundry, and they will do everything but put it away.
5:26 to go. 49-20. If you're just tuning in, this was a nip and tuck game. It was 14-13 into the second quarter. West Plains scored again. Made it an 8-point game at the half. Here in the second half, they've had the much better of it. Running play left, breaking through. Connor Lair, he gets to the left sideline. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's down to the 20-yard line before the tackle is made.
Good run by the big man that time. He gets moving out along that sideline. There's not a whole lot of places you can go to hide from him, so runs over at least one person and is able to be brought down after a huge gain. And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by Butler Heating and Air, building lasting relationships one customer at a time.
I was going to say 47 yards on the game, but I believe it was actually. It's going to be first down now from the 20. of the Waynesville Tigers. And it'll be a handoff again. Bouncing wide as Lair gets to the corner. 15-10. He is down near the goal line, but no signal yet.
Nope. They call him short of the goal line, so it's going to be first and goal from about the 1, about the 2. And that 1st and 10 is brought to you by West Plains Lock and Key, where tradition meets technology.
Colt Hickson a little shaken up on the play, but he's going to stay in the game. Connor Lair a little gimpy after that play. So now, empty in the backfield. Let's see if Dagan Kinslow calls his own number here. Flags down on the play, broken play. Kinslow will be tackled at the 3. And one of the players for Waynesville picked up a loose ball, and the play was blown dead. So I don't know what the point of this will be, but they'll take it all the way to the goal line.
Yeah, Waynesville may get a delay of game here.
There is something to that. They totally disregarded the whistle as they went all the way down the field there, and the ball came out at some point. But a flag is down at the 10-yard line of Waynesville and stops the clock with 4:52 to go.
And that will back West Plains up. We had 2 men in motion that time. Looks like we had the wide receiver and Connor Lair went into the motion at the same time, and it was a busted play from the very beginning. And just was not very pretty. So they're going to back that one up 5 yards.
So now on the far sideline, Joe Haynes, who's the head coach of Waynesville, talking to the referee. And I'm not really sure why, because I'm fairly confident this flag was against West Plains, but maybe he's wanting to know why it wasn't a fumble. I don't know.
I don't know, but looks like the Waynesville coaches are holding each other back, so I'm not sure what's going on, to be quite honest with you.
Well, let's do something. And what was that signal?
Illegal shift, yeah.
Okay.
2 men in motion.
If you've never watched Canadian football, you ought to sometime. You ought to see some wild stuff. You can have as many men in motion as you want.
That's right.
It's crazy.
The Canadian football, when they kick a field goal and they catch it in the end zone, they kick it back out too. Something weird like that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
All right, now the ball is at, looks like the 7-yard line. Double reverse, and that's going to be a pass. They'll throw it up ahead. The ball is caught. Diving ahead. Touchdown, West Plains. Little razzle-dazzle and Dagan Kinslow on the receiving end. The quarterback catches the throw, and it's 55-20.
And there's another flag on the play. So hold the phone for just a moment.
It is unsportsmanlike conduct against West Plains. Did they signal it? It was a touchdown, wasn't it not?
It was a touchdown.
And that may be for just trying to, and that's all you can do is guess. But maybe Dagan spiked the ball after he scored. I'm not sure.
That's what they're saying, that he spiked the ball, but I certainly didn't see that.
So the touchdown stands, 4:13 to go. Dagan Kinslow on the reception. And here's the extra point try. The kick, it's up, and there's another one.
Wow.
56-20. And the turbo clock is on and is running right now. So we'll take another We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Zizzer Football on KDY.
Pepsi Mid-America presents a tasty and downright lucrative opportunity. By simply enjoying select Pepsi Mid-America products, you could win up to $5,000 for your local participating schools. Beginning September 1st through January 31st, start collecting those teal caps from any Dr. Pepper, Crush, 7-Up, or Crisp and Clear products and help make your school shine bright with the illustrious gleam of cash money. Collect the caps from Pepsi Mid-America.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
The turbo clock is on. It is a running. The only thing that will stop that would be an injury or a timeout. And West Plains lined up to kick it away again. So the Zizzers will kick it away. There'll be a penalty applied at the end of the play to the unsportsmanlike conduct, so they'll kick it from the 25-yard line. So 8 more extra points tonight for Nate Thomas.
Yeah, I believe that makes 38 in a row.
Nuts. Man.
Pretty good little streak.
Here's a pooch kick. It'll be fumbled and covered at the 43-yard line. And it'll be first down for Waynesville's. Clock's down to 2:15. And that means folks are headed for the heater in their car.
That's right. And that Zizzer First and 10 is brought to you by Hawkins Lawn and Garden. Best brands, best service since 1967.
44-yard line. Waynesville is in no hurry. First down for the Tigers. West Plains up by 36. Spread formation. Out of the shotgun, back to throw it. Beam looks. He's going to heave another long one. Double coverage this time. Incomplete. And the clock, even with the incompletion, will keep running. Well, the first time tonight we've seen one of their receivers double covered like that.
That's exactly right. But and he's not even one of their better receivers, so that's their big tight end they've been going to from time to time. They have him split out wide.
1 minute to go. Man in motion. Draw play. They'll hand it off to Richardson. Breaks through the line. 2 missed tackles and finally tackled downfield at the 42-yard line of Waynesville.
And he's a good little football player.
He really is.
He's really been, Waynesville has few bright moments, but the bright moments that they do have revolved around Mr. Richardson.
He was key in the first half to them staying in the football game, along with all the penalties that Waynesville or West Plains was called for. They'll run it with him again. He gets by the first couple, dragged down by the shirt tail by Austin Davis at the 33-yard line. That'll be the last play of the football game. So the final score, West Plains wins it over Waynesville, 8-0. Still undefeated. They win it 56-20. And we'll talk with Coach Scott Womack here on the postgame coming up on KDY.
At Lunch Equipment, we know that getting your hands dirty is honest work, and we believe everyone should have a chance to get their hands dirty. Hi, this is Riley Brown at Lunch Equipment. Coyote Tractors have made 2 all-new CX compact tractor models with 24.5 horsepower Coyote diesel engines, including the CX 2510 HST featuring twin pedals. Configure your loader, backhoe, and mower options and get yourself out there playing in the dirt. Stop in today and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown at Lunch Equipment in West Plains. Coyote, because we dig dirt.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Zizzer debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account detail at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Ozark Hills Insurance at 257-1285. 4 locations: West Plains, Thayer, Gainesville, Mountain Home.
After the game tonight, tune in to 96.9 The Fox and join me, James Hurt, for the Locker Room Show. We'll recap the scores of area games, hear from some of the area announcers, and we want to hear from you. Call 417-257-0369 and talk about your favorite team. Hand out game balls to deserving athletes. That's the Locker Room Show on 96.9 The Fox tonight, following the Liberty Eagles broadcast. Tune in and call in after the game. That number again, 417-257-0369.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Well, it wasn't a Glendale game, but it was a long game.
Yeah.
And finally, we had the turbo clock to get it over with here at the end. But 56-20 is the final score. And there comes a masked man to talk to us here on our post-game, Scott Womack. We'll get his thoughts about this. And that leaves us with just Bolivar next week and then a week off. Well, I was thinking about that, actually, getting the heat cranked up here. But Scott Womack joins us up here in the booth, so we'll talk to him here for a little bit as we start to wind things up. I told Reed in the first half, for a good part of the first half, this game reminded me something of the Hillcrest game.
That's exactly what I said down on the sideline about halfway through the second quarter. It's just they're so athletic. I mean, they had a lot of speed. Of course, their starting quarterback was out tonight, and that helped because he was probably been the best athlete on the field. And he's really good. He hurt us last year. He broke his collarbone last play of the game last week. But, you know, their other quarterback came in, threw the ball pretty well.
Man, he threw the ball good.
30's a player. And so, you know, we you want the win, but, 4 turnovers was a killer tonight. And score 56 points with 4 turnovers. And our penalties just kept them in offensive drives all night long. We got to eliminate our penalties, and most of them was just being overly aggressive, late hits or a couple of things like that. But I thought, Titus had a really nice night running the ball, and Connor, and defense, gave up a couple of big plays, but again, the penalties kept them in there.
Kept in the football game.
And give it to Nate Thomas. I think now he's hit 37 or 38 straight extra points in a row.
I'm not sure. 38?
38.
My gosh. And that is not typical for high school football, and I don't care where you're playing,
No.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, early in the season he was averaging about 1 miss a game, but he's locked it in now, and he's just about automatic. And Colt does a really good job. He had a couple of tough snaps tonight that he was able to get down, and that helps.
Let me ask you this. Now, football, basketball, whatever you're playing, it's a game of adjustments. And obviously in the first half, they were really able to move the ball between the guards and finding gaps up the middle. And Richardson was really making it tough. And at the time, by halftime it was 21-13. And we're talking about, there's going to have to be some adjustments made. And obviously some adjustments were made because you guys really took that away.
Yeah,
in the second half.
we started pinching a little bit more in the second half and taking that away. And it was kind of easy by their formation, what they're doing. When they went to the Wildcat, you knew what they were doing. And then we knew it was going to be a sprint out pass when number 30 was in front of the court. I mean, there was little tendencies they were giving us, and so coach was making those calls from the sideline. The kids did a good job executing those, and they didn't get much up the middle of the second half.
Yeah, really good job. And in spite of all of the opportunities that Waynesville was given and times that we really just hurt ourselves, still has scored 56 points, which is really kind of hard to fathom.
Yeah, that a lot of long plays, a lot of long throws for them, and then of course a lot of long runs for us. And it was a long game.
It really was.
It was besides Glendale, this is probably our longest game. But I'd say there was a lot of yardage tonight, and it But like I said, we're 4 turnovers and still score 56. But we're going to have to be a lot cleaner next week, I guarantee you, with Bolivar.
I thought that Connor Lair's strip and touchdown run, it may not have made the difference in the ballgame, but it certainly turned the game hard your direction.
It kind of did. It's kind of like that Glendale game, when we were kind of on our heels. And I can't remember if the score, I believe at that time was 28-13.
We had a pick six.
I think it was 28-13, and they had just got the personal foul and moved it down to the 40. And that was about a 7 or 8 yard run right there. And then all of a sudden he's coming out the other way. And I think that took it to 35-13 right there. So it kind of salted it away. But, at Glendale he had the pick six, and then tonight the strip. And, he can make a play anywhere on the field at any time.
Well, next week, and you've already alluded to it, but Bolivar is going to, it could possibly be kind of a throwback game because these are two teams that really want to run the football, and it's going to be good line against good line, right?
Yeah, they pretty much handled us last year and knocked us out of the district playoffs here at home and in the semifinal round, and kind of did whatever they wanted against us, and really defensively locked us down. I think we scored 20, which is our low of the year last year. And they haven't been scoring a lot this year, but their defense is still good. I know Waynesville came back and beat them right in the last 3 minutes of the game, scored twice and beat them in a close game. So they've had a lot of close games. The big thing for us is, one, we got to say it's payback for last year, but, we won the conference tonight outright. I think everybody else has 2 losses. So we've got to get motivated and be ready to do that, because then we'll be off more than likely the next week of district.
All right, so thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Conference champs, undefeated, and we'll got Bolivar next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Harlan.
All right, and that is Coach Scott Womack here in the booth with us tonight, joining Reed and I. The final again is 56-20, and we'll have Bolivar here next week. That should be a dandy football game, so we hope you can join us one way or the other, either in person, on the radio, on the live stream, whatever the case might happen to be. But tonight, West Plains wins it, and they take the Ozark Conference Championship by winning 56-20 over Waynesville. For Reed Grigsby, Scott Womack, for Nate Hudson back in the studio, Jim Lambert doing the video across the way, Harlan Hutchison saying goodnight from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium.